better, but we'll let her say it when we come back from the break.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
No.
Oh.
That's an eventuality. So, question is when? How much fun do you have until then?
So,
Right.
so the one quick thing was favorite memories of Garret and
No, that's next week.
Thumb. Sorry, Mikey told me that you were like, I should joke with that one.
Things that are okay. This.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was teasing Mikey on my drive home. I was like, so if this goes horribly wrong, next week's one quick thing will be what's your favorite memory of Gary and Latham?
Oh, terrible.
No.
Terrible.
Fucked up eulogies and fucked up DMs.
Do
All
not
right.
want.
So, tonight's one quick thing is, what is your character's favorite downtime activity? And let's start with our people that have, just a little less life in them than others. Yeah, let's start with Latham. Latham, what's your favorite downtime activity and why?
Latham likes to read. He likes to read a lot of books. Likes to read, go through the various stories, and gets a chuckle out of plot holes and other discrepancies because, gotta find loopholes and things because that's just what Latham do. Always with a drink in hand, or at least preferably with a drink in hand. Yeah, that's the nice. Oh, and you're a fire, preferably a fire nearby.
Okay. All right, so he likes a warm, comfortable study that other people would call, oh my god, why am I on fire?
Yeah, it's probably a little bit warmer than most people. You usually have to enchant whatever book he has to make sure it itself doesn't combust, but, that's...
Good move. Okay, very good. All right, well, let's move on then to our next person who is having issues. Gary, if you left
More
us...
than issues, I would consider this in the subscription territory.
Gary, I gotta know, what's your favorite downtime activity and why?
Probably studying tactics.
Okay. And why?
Simple as that. It's just mostly field of interest, and it was the area that I most excelled at during my studies. Physical as well as tactical.
All right. Very good, then. Now, let's move on to our slightly more alive people. Jyotis, I believe that other than losing some blood and some ankle fibers, you're still alive. What's your favorite downtime activity and why?
Jyotis has a few downtime activities. Tinkerer.
Get it down to one.
I'm
why?
down to one. And the biggest one, by far and large, is he loves to draw and design ships, boats of all sizes. Underwater ships, ocean-going ships.
Oh, okay, yeah, we know what a boat is.
Spaceships.
Bring it home.
He just loves doing ships and designing ships, and he's pretty certain that he can make the fastest ship out there, which could be revolutionary.
Okay, all right, so he wants to push the envelope. I like that. And you did it almost in 6 sentences. I'm proud of you. All right. Lolly.
Yes.
What's your favorite downtime activity and why?
I am an artist. I like to color and draw portraits.
Cough. Why cough?
Oh, and why? Because I'm good at it.
Wow, the confidence of a 40-something white man. All right, let's go. Lestrin, as the reigning champion of last week's one quick thing, what's Lestrin's favorite downtime activity and why?
Les likes all things that happen in the bar.
Yes.
Drinking beer, playing dice.
And why?
Because he's a dwarf.
Sounds
Do
rather
we really need to
racist.
know why on that one? That seems just sort of
Hey.
self-evident.
I claim that stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason.
Okay, well,
Uh,
Lestrin likes being his stereotype. I get it. You can roll into it.
Yes.
Speaking
He's
of
been
rolling
doing it
into
since
things,
he was 5.
would anyone like to summarize what happened last game?
Oh my.
Rocks and shrooms.
Yeah,
I think that's a really good summary there.
No.
Damn, that should have been the episode title.
Yeah, that
I mean,
should have been the title. Latham, have a point of inspiration for what should have been the title.
That is not a very good summary. I'll be fully honest because I was not a little out of it last time. So
No worries.
So we started at the entrance to the facility we're in now, and did some poking around, and encountered some mushroom zombies, and killed a few of them, and then we encountered Bixbit, who is a broken down.
Bitch.
She's not a bitch. Broken down curator of the facility. I assume she was constructed by the Gith to oversee the place. She's kind of robotic-esque. But not a robot, right? She's a crystalline in nature, I think.
That is correct. To quote The Good Place, not a robot.
Not a robot.
Anyway, found her, decided to help her reactivate things. She made some revelations about Jyotis and his background, and the others were like, let's go find kids and reactivate stuff. So we reactivated as many crystals as possible, and then made our way to the east wing, where we encountered more zombos and zombies and things, and they chewed on us, and poor Garret and Latham were infected with spores. And we quickly thumbed through our repertoire to see what we could do, and we'd found a list of things that we could use the plants to possibly save them. And in the process of going outside, Jyotis decided to ask Bixbit if there was anything that she could do to save them, and she pointed us towards the direction of the hospital ward and said that if we reactivate her in that area, she could help us. That's it.
Shannon.
Yep. No, and actually, Jyotis, take a point of inspiration. That was a wonderful summary. It's really well done.
Hooray.
I'd say the only thing you forgot is about Lestrin trying to be diplomatic with a
yeah.
Molly. And
Sneak.
Oh, the light-
sorry,
Molly.
that was just my personal favorite moment of it. But you know,
One of my
I
favorites.
thought it'd be messed up if my favorite moment was infecting 2 people. So
I'm going to walk very carefully in front of the statue.
Mm-hmm. The one that you
All right.
touched.
So, all of you went to the portal, and, well, in another Good Place quote, portal!
Portals!
So,
Now we're thinking with portal.
yes, we are. So, tonight's game is going to be on a different map, and I am having a slower ping time than normal, guys. I apologize if you are too. Let's just be patient with it. Now, that said, I need to brief you guys. 2 of your party members are infected. They're dying. They are in a perilous situation. So, with that,
Cool.
I need a mouse.
With that, sorry, I need to do a thing really quick, but I didn't want to launch it preemptively. I am going to portal everyone in onto the map and then start something up. So, what?
Wait.
Before Yoda steps through the portal, he has a quick question for Bixbit.
Didn't we already step through them?
Okay, well, I'll start the timer and you ask the question.
Everybody else jumped through it, I think. Bixbit, I have a bag of holding. Stepping through this portal is not going to cause the universe to explode, is it?
There is a 99.99999% chance that it will not. But if it does, you will never feel it.
Perfect. Jump through.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
So
Oh no.
Now roll high or low. No.
I was gonna say, roll that D1000.
I can't make Lester and square to be transported on the next thing, so that'll be square.
Okay, so. Well, I'm gonna make you square in some way, shape, and form.
Sorry.
Oh no, I accidentally put you guys somewhere you are not supposed to be.
We're out in space!
We'll just call it phase shifting through the portal. Like, oh, look at that realm. That was cool.
Yeah, so
Which way is down?
stars,
The great
gaseous
glass elevator.
nebulas, the empty void of space, rocks,
Yeah,
and
we've
silver
all been
glow.
to the IHOP.
What's that about IHOP?
I mean, keep joking around as much as you want, but
Where's Lestrin going?
well, Lestrin went out to be a space dwarf, but he's going to be a not space dwarf.
Oh.
Okay,
Cool. Out of body experience.
Okay, where
what
am
are
I?
we at?
There I am.
so would anyone like to roll perception?
Yes,
Sure.
Sure.
Nah.
Yeah, no.
7.
You're in the room.
I beat you. 9.
22.
Well,
Too
thank
busy looking at the scenery.
yeah, no, Lolly, with a 9, you do actually recognize that this place is at least adjacent to the astral plane. Like,
Ooh.
and Jyotis, with a 22, you recognize the room once you arrive. This area is in low light right now, which is probably why Gary is just hiding his eyes. No, that can't be right. What is Gary doing?
I got it.
The table in front of you holds a small green colored pedestal. Beyond that, this reddish dot over here, and let me, yeah. That is a Bixbit control center.
Ooh.
Now, these two trees have this almost ghostly glow of fire about them. They have no leaves to them, but the fire almost seems to take the place of leaves. And occasionally some fall, flicker out, and then resprout on the tree again. There are multiple sealed doors in this room. What's up, Brit?
Oh, go ahead.
There are multiple sealed doors in this room. The stone that you are on top of is completely foreign to anything you've ever seen before.
Mm-hmm.
Last but not least, there is a crystal right here that is semi-permanent, or like semi-permeate. Like, it's there, but it's almost gone. Like, it's ethereal. It is a solid object, and you can tell it even casts a shadow, but it looks like it is a mere fifth of its mass.
I missed the ping. Where's the crystal at?
Right next to the green dot. Sorry,
like
the
here?
one square over. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Oh, there's my ping time. It's good now.
Can I use my Firbolg detect magic?
Sure. There is a lot of magic.
Ooh.
Probably like pinging.
You are
like,
standing on magic. The trees are magic. The button,
It
the green button
burns.
is magic. The
My
post-it
eyes.
is magic. Bits controller is magic. The lights that are unlit in this room are magic.
Oh my gosh.
The doors are magic.
Everywhere.
The walls are magic.
There's magic here, guys.
is Fitspic active, or do we have to activate the
I'm gonna
crystal?
go over to
This
the
crystal is not
yeah.
active.
Okay.
That's a crystal.
I
Sorry.
touch it.
Hey,
But- Well, you
touching
need the
it does nothing.
you need the thing that Garret has.
Also, Brittany, roll a dexterity save for walking by the fire tree.
Oh, dude.
Oh no. Dex?
Gonna start on fire.
Yeah, dex
You
save.
sure you don't mean charisma?
I'm dead sure.
12.
You're safe. You time it to where you waltz beneath the falling leaves of fire and do not take any damage.
It's my super
What were
amazing
you attempting to do
observance.
before you were so rudely talked over?
Well, no. I was just curious. So this fire, like Thumb holds out his hand. Does the fire feel like real fire to him? Like, is it a nice warmth, or is it feel more magic?
It feels like an echo of warmth, a memory of it. Like, it's nowhere nearly as warm as a fire should be. Yet, anytime you see it interact with something else, it leaves what is a clear scorch mark before reflickering up onto the tree.
So I roll my fingers through it. What do I feel like?
Well, rolling your fingers through it like the match trick, you feel like your fire resistance is what prevents you from taking fire damage.
I mean, I like fire, so
Yeah.
not to be a thing there, but I just curious if I felt anything magical about it that was other or unexpected.
No, again, it burns with a warmth that is unexpectedly warm based off of its coloration.
Cool.
And it is the regular fire potency.
Hey, Garret, let's reactivate Bixbic so she can help us to help you two as soon as possible.
All right.
You feeling okay, dude? Do we need to help you?
Head over there and go ahead and do the thing with the stuff.
Ooh,
Are
it
you
doesn't even
casting the
break it.
cantrip, or is someone else?
Molly, you need
I'll
to make
cast it.
like-
Prestidigitation. Fart noise.
All right.
Of course.
So, with that, the crystal flickers, amps up, and lights up. And this particular room actually gets a little brighter.
What?
Let's go to
Found the light switch.
my settings.
Bixbic.
Yes, the room glows a soft hue that almost has a luminescent quality to it, something otherworldly. Bixbit activates within the crystal, Gary. You see her shape and form, almost like she's within the crystal, look upon you. And just, thank you. With my presence renewed here, I can start to help you. You are currently within the school wing of the hospice sector. I should be able to send some of my power to help you. Would you like me to activate the bridges, turn on the lights, or detect enemies?
Find cure. Find cure for Gary.
Alexa, detect enemies.
100% detect enemies.
Understood. Be forewarned. Outside of these rooms, in the school learning... Oh my god. Bob, come on. In the Sage Gathering Center, there are shades. Beyond that, there is a hammerer that is currently working to repair the hallway. If you leave it alone, it will not touch you.
You said shades.
That is correct.
What's the best way to deal with shades?
Light.
Light. Radiant damage?
Radiant damage and light are the best way to deal with shades.
In that case, Alexa, let there be light.
D.
The lights of this section have been powered on.
Thank you.
All right, what room do we need to get these two to so that we can fix them?
Right. Where is the hospital wing?
The hospital wing is quite a distance from this space. I have another connection node that is approximately 500 feet to the northeast. There is also a connection node within the Sage Learning Center itself. The Sage Hall. Yes.
Okay.
Which one is closer and which one is less dangerous?
The Sage Hall is dangerous but closer. Should you wish to progress up the northern hall, you will eventually come to a bridge that is somewhat destroyed. But once you get across it, you would be able to go north again and work your way up towards the hospice center. there is an emergency trauma ward that is, as far as my scans can tell, intact.
All right, shall we make for that?
What does everyone think?
Let's go!
It sounds as though that direction will lead us to a fight, or at least something dangerous.
Well, we
But
need
it is
to
more direct.
save you as quickly as possible, safely as possible. So it's shorter but more dangerous, or longer but safer.
Shorter, more dangerous. Let's go!
Cast those buffs.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, well, everyone should be able to see 30 feet around themselves, I believe. Oh, a little bit more than that. Because Latham has dark vision, Garret. Oh, no, we have shared party vision on, that's why. Okay, well, good. So, once again, I will be revealing all enemies on this map for you guys, as you made that choice. I do ask that you move in 30-foot increments each turn.
Yeah.
And the second that someone comes to this corner, and let me draw it really quick, right up here in that area, I would like you to either roll stealth or initiative. Your choice.
Okay. Real quick, Bob. You said I recognized the room when I entered it?
No, you don't recognize the room.
Okay,
That was
okay.
Lolly that recognized the realm.
Oh, sorry. I heard it was that I did. I was
Did anyone check either pedestals? Are those raised daisies or pedestals to the right and left of the main?
Yes, those
Okay.
are. And currently, these doors appear to open as you close in on them. They automatically open when you get within about 2 feet. They slowly pull apart as if into nothing. And then they reclose once the final person crosses.
Magic.
Did we check this thing out?
I don't believe so. That's
No.
We
why
don't have time.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Please.
add it
The
to the
most
list.
dangerous dungeon is when the DM puts interesting stuff in it when you're on a timer.
Add to the list. Okay.
I know. What if it deactivates?
Okay, which
everything?
way are we going? Which way are we going?
Well, it depends. Do we want to fight these outright, or
No.
like initiate Overwatch and let them walk into our line of sight and kill them? Sorry, I'm playing too much XCOM.
Okay. Which way are we going? Are we going north?
I
Well,
think we should all roll
North
stealth.
is more direct. To the right is
Safer but
apparently
longer.
the longer without route.
I am going to use my Firbolg magic to be invisible for a round.
We need
Okay.
to sneak or
Yeah,
stealth.
I want to roll
Look,
stealth.
All right, well, please roll a stealth check.
Oh, no,
Everyone
wait.
who-
Yeah, hidden step.
That's
And
pretty
stealth,
good.
you said?
Well, if that's what you're doing,
Ooh, okay.
stealth.
because
One.
you guys have awareness of the enemies.
20.
14. And I would like to mad dash 60 feet.
Defeat the purpose.
You can't mad dash while stealthing. You move at half your movement. So you may move 15 feet.
20.
Very nice. Well, that is a lot of success. So I
I'm
will allow you guys to
invisible,
move directly
though.
north.
Sweet.
I'm invisible.
Wait, you only turned yourself invisible? You didn't stealth?
Do I have to do both?
No, you don't. Do you want to?
Yes. No.
Yes.
What?
Warning. Lolly.
Ah! I'm invisible!
Sure.
I'm gonna die.
Gary,
You're
I
gonna
just,
kill
I
us
really
all.
want to
it's our first alarm.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
And that's a 2.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
a 2.
Oh no.
Edit character.
So, Lolly, were you stealthing or were you just running by invisible?
I'll be invisible and stealthed.
I was genuinely asking because I gave the group the choice to try to sneak by or to not.
I'm invisible. Yeah, I'm invisible and I ran by.
Okay. Well, let's make a roll.
Mhm.
I'll give them 1. Well, that answers that question.
Out of 1,000.
Negative.
Well then,
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
I believe it's
Let's see.
14.
I think
12.
Lolly has the highest passive perception, I think, at 14.
Yeah, 14.
I have 14 as well.
Okay.
13.
All right. Okay.
12.
Cool. Well, no one sees anything. Looks like it's clear.
Cool.
Great.
Wonderful.
All right, I'm
Lovely.
going to keep running then. Because as far as I'm concerned, that worked. We have to save Gary. And I guess if we have time, Latham.
Oh my.
So, Lolly, as you keep running
Uh-huh.
directly ahead of you, you witness, with your passive perception, that there is what at first you think is a golem that is drilling into the rough, blackish stone. It almost looked like it is grown over as a cancerous mold atop these
Ew.
otherwise luminescent walls.
Gross.
And it sits there,
That's
hitting it again and again and again with a hammer, and then a drill, and then a hammer, and then a drill. And then
It's trying to clear the way.
it is trying to clear the goo / blackish rock off of what appears to be the luminescent walls.
Big
As you
Split
get
said there was
closer.
mate.
As you get closer, you notice that it is not a construct, Lolly. There is, in fact, someone inside it. Humanoid. Their skin grayish, big, unkept white beard, and their face is one of raw agony.
Oh no.
They sit there in a scream, and their eyes have teared so much that the ducts have frozen. Their tears have scarred their skin, and their silent screaming continues with each movement of the construct.
Ooh, are they alive?
Well, you could make a medicine check or an arcana check.
Okay. I'll do an Arcana check. 18 plus 5, so 23.
They are very much alive. They are
Okay.
in a state of perpetual agony. Because Gith, amongst other species,
Oh.
studied the fact that psionics and magic do mix, but either with intense pacifism or intense emotion.
Is this a gift? Can I tell what kind of humanoid
This
it
is not. This creature ironically looks a little like Lesterin as Lesterin walks
Ew.
up beside you, but gray skin and a white beard.
This is
Oh, it's
shtick.
one of those dwarfy things that the anti-Lesterins.
Yeah.
Black goo?
Big
I'd like to investigate this goo that is attacking.
All right.
What?
So that'd be
Bix.
investigation.
Arcana or investigation.
Okay.
Bix said this guy if we
him on
just
both.
left him alone.
Yeah,
16?
let's just leave it alone.
I'm sorry, Latham, what was that one more time?
16 investigation on the goo.
Okay. The goo is interesting because the reason it's having to work so hard to get so little off of it is that the goo is almost like a spongent material every time it attacks. But then when it falls to the ground, it is porous and rock, and it is as you reach out towards it, it fades into shadow like an echo. And then it's gone. And then when you see it in the wall, sometimes you swear in the corner of your eye you see an eye. And some sections of it become hard as glass and razor sharp, whereas others seem to become more and more spongy. It holds this smell to it that isn't quite methane or sulfur, but there's this undertone of something rotten. Something so brackish, so long gone, that the fungi of decay have eaten themselves.
He used
No
to be
longer
a fun
fun
guy, yeah. Oh no,
I'd
it
say-
hates puns!
I say we leave it to work. This is probably the hammer that Bit was referring to.
Yeah, let's leave it and let's just keep going, guys.
Sneaking on by it. Unless anyone wants to give it a thumbs up and fighting back that goo thing. Because it
I'm
seems
gonna move up
Let's
here.
go. Yep.
Yep.
sneaky. Do you want me to roll sneak?
No, you do not actually have to roll a stealth check to pass this guy because you did not interrupt his task. Sorry, Jesus Christ, Bob.
No.
He was texting.
Acting while operating heavy machinery?
driving.
Oh.
How dare he?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Jesus.
So, as we round the next corner, so far it appears that there is nothing quite ahead of you, but it does begin to get a little bit darker up here. Almost like Bit's influence is beginning to wane.
Mm.
Okay. I don't care. We have to save Garret. Period.
Yes, but don't be brazen.
I don't know what that means, so I can't be it, right?
It means don't do anything foolish. Just
No.
You do know who you're talking to, right?
I know. So, don't just
So,
rush into it.
Don't have any
because
fun.
There are stairs that head up beyond this door, and it slowly slides open, revealing these stairs
Oh dear.
are black, but not like the walls of corruption. These ones hold that same primordial glow, similar to odium, and similar to what you've seen, Lesterin, out of the Moly Moly statues.
I
But
like
the walls have more of that material. It has consumed the lights up here. In fact, it is dark. Up ahead, though, you see what appears to have once been a light bridge that has slowly been left to fester and rot. And because of that, it is no longer complete. Now, these rocks that are, let me mark them over
Can I do an
here.
Arcana check on them?
Sure, but give me 1 second to finish description based off of passive perception.
Okay.
Those rocks up there are actually black as well, but I couldn't get them to stand out amongst the map well enough. Those are floating in the air.
Mhm.
Now you may go ahead and do your Arcana check.
Okay. Super fast Arcana check, go!
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Mhm.
Yes, 14.
Okay. With a 14, it looks like this bridge used a mixture of abjuration for defensive support, as well as conjuration to be summoned. But the chaos of that black fungi in the wall is causing it to rip apart.
Okay.
The moons that remain on this are somewhat stable, but you can't tell how long they'll last, and in fact, sometimes you see the lights connecting to them begin to flicker, almost as though putting too much weight may cause one to fall. And as you look down, you see what could only be the World Forge, Pandemonium itself. Unborn worlds in a mad nebula of orange-red gas.
Certain death, right?
Okay, so I do detect that these walls with the fungus are kind of causing this, kind of like
Yes.
short-circuiting
Yes.
an electrical thing. Okay, I'm gonna cast a little sacred flame on this near wall next to me, and just see if that kind of helps free up that charge.
It gets a saving throw, correct? Because Sacred Flame...
Dex 14, yeah.
Well, it's not going to make a dexterity save. Go ahead and roll your damage, and we'll determine how it does.
Okay.
Well, and I rolled a nat 1 on my roller. Yep.
4.
Okay. With
Does
4
it dodge?
with 4 points of radiant damage, at first you swear that you've done more to this wall in one moment than that hammerer did the entire time you watched it. But
Cool.
after the fire fades, the wall begins to regrow itself, and it regrows differently this time.
Huh.
This time, instead of just being a smoothed over lumpy section, it starts growing out in sharpened knives of obsidian glass
Ew.
that are pointed towards you.
Gross.
Uh-oh. That kind of pissed it off and it accelerated it.
Okay, I think
Your
I can
unhappy
keep
rocks.
blasting this with Sacred Flame, and
I
you guys can run across really fast.
I don't think that's going to work.
Darn it. Okay, I'm going to try Sacred
you know
Flame
what?
again, and then quickly with the light spell,
Jyotis?
make the wall light up and see if that
Jyotis,
helps.
go ahead and roll a perception check based off of Lolly describing, like, hey, I'm trying to do something.
Rolling perception. That is a dirty 20.
Okay. You did genuinely see some of the sparks that were being created by the lights flickering on the bridge stop flickering when she did that.
Okay, so it sort of worked, but the stuff grew back quicker, right?
Yes.
That is correct.
All right. So you're not entirely wrong, Lolly, but
I think let me try casting it again, and then very quickly with the light spell hit the wall and see if that like keeps it from growing again.
yeah, try it.
Okay,
Looking
I'm gonna try that back.
Looking through.
Make your dexterity 14 saving throw.
Fail.
Natural 20.
Well,
I don't know why I
a
rolled,
natural
but okay.
20, but it can't roll a dexterity saving throw because it's a wall.
Yeah,
Roll your damage.
1 point of sacred flame damage. But I'm more importantly trying to like smack it with the light spell on the wall.
Yeah,
And see if
so
that
the
blocks
sacred
it.
flame damage this time hits the knives, and at first it seems to almost melt them, like they start to fall away, and then they immediately recover and start sticking further out. They actually stick into your square, Lolly, so go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as you cast your light spell.
That's not fair. I am not a wall.
Oh, and I need to
14?
dim this. Okay, with a 14, you managed to get out of the way just in time
thank you.
because those knives got long enough to be swords.
Guys, I'm faster than a wall.
And you are now 5 foot back off of that wall.
Darn it.
The light, the section that you lit up, does not appear affected. It is bright light now, though, so I will just crank up the light again.
Yeah, radiant. Big Spit's not here. We can't ask her.
And it's just the walls. Like
So
the
tell
main
me-
pathway is clear, but like it's just the walls that had like this gunk on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Latham, Gary, it's time again.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Thom grabs his forehead a little bit, feeling a little uncomfortable.
Start blinking my eyes a little bit.
Guys, we gotta figure this out. They're getting worse.
I know.
All right, we gotta be missing something.
Yes. We
Like
are
mean,
missing
couldn't we
Damn
just
it.
run through? Like, I don't know.
maybe.
I mean, one of you could. Oh, sorry. As part of Jyotis's perception check, Jyotis, you do notice that the moonstones on those appear to support some degree of weight, or at least have the potential to do so.
Right, so we could probably move across them one at a time. The catch is when we get to that big, giant, gaping hole in the moons. And we don't know how long they'll last if we put one person on them and then they start falling away. So, and we can't see the other side, can we?
No.
Damn it. Because I was going to give a rope to Les and say, hey, Les, do your skippity hop thing and drag a rope to the other side.
I mean, you still could.
I just don't know if Les can gap in the middle. Do you want to try it, Les?
I don't know. Son of a gun.
So, is that empty space between the moonstones, or is it the moonstones go up to the point where the broken
moonstones
pieces
are? There is empty space between the moonstones. Now that said, with that spacing, there is no requirement of a check to jump in between those spaces.
They're just hopscotch style.
They're
things.
just hopscotch. Yeah.
Okay.
None of you are tiny.
I'm gonna do it because it just seems like the best way to do it.
All right, Gary.
Yeah,
All right, then you take the end of the rope.
Yeah.
All right. Just hold
Everybody
it.
else, hold on to me.
Gary, as you land on the first one, let's check one quick thing about your character.
Oh no. He's too dumb to jump, guys.
wow, my ping just went to 2, y'all.
Mine's still at 30.
It's been really chaotic today. It's because they did an update, but it is an awesome update. They finally gave us the ability to put in monsters and characters very easily, which is
cool.
nice. Gary, nothing happens as you land on the first one. It appears stable.
All right. So I'll hop to the next one. Doink.
Okay.
Send Les across.
Still stable.
And again. Repeat.
Very stable.
Repeat. Oh no.
Wonderful.
Stable genius.
Very stable genius.
No, it just kept it froze on my end, and then it kept dragging instead of me moving. It would just
Oh.
drag the map, and I was like, "Wait,
Gotcha.
what are you doing?" And then to this point,
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you are there quite successfully. You notice that the rocks are 10 feet higher. Like the blackish floating material with little veins of orange into it are floating up through the bridge.
Are they being?
Alright.
They look like they're being held up by like the same electric field.
They are levitating almost of their own accord, at least from what your perception tells you.
Okay.
I'm going to do a quick intelligence roll to see if I can kind of get through some of the fog I'm experiencing. And that's a no.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to jump and grab onto it.
All right. You know, I think you can do a 10-foot jump. I need the jump calculator. Give me 1 second. Oh, you could with the jump spell, but
Yeah, that's what I rolled for, and no.
oh. Oh, okay. Please roll a...
You're on a rope, right?
He's on the rope. Let's do an athletics check, Gary.
No acrobatics?
No, athletics.
Okay.
Shit, what I miss?
Is-
We're
There's
fishing-
only a
we're
one
fishing with Gary.
difference. There's only a 1 difference between them, so
Yeah.
it works. That is 12.
You're not on top, but you grab onto the side. And it pulses. But it's weird. Gravity stops. Your body floats. but as you let your one hand go, just after getting used to this floating, free feeling of no weight, your hand regains its weight, and immediately, instinctively, you put it back on the rock.
Try to pull myself up more toward the platform.
Yeah,
so
this
that
just
there's
requires a
something
climb
underneath
check.
me.
This is just a climb check to get on top of the rock, but in the meantime, you did successfully grab the rock. Like, you grabbed it, you just didn't jump on top of it.
Right. So what's the roll then?
No roll. It is a climb. It is just climb speed, but you do eventually get to the top of the rock, where you kind of have to hold yourself on there because every time you start to let go, you start to float off until you regain your weight and then float back down and then up and then down.
I'm gonna check something else. Kind of see through the fog. No. So I'm still gripping that rope in my hand.
Uh-huh.
And I'm looking to see what the distance to the next one is.
Next one, you do not even have to make a check for. It's just a smaller rock.
Hop
I will
to-
take an acrobatics check, though. I would accept that.
Actually pretty good at that. That is a 15.
Yeah. So, when you go to jump, you put pressure on your feet, and much like the moon, with its low centers of gravity,
What's a
you realize
moon?
that you can use the timing to actually bounce. So if you would like to, you can actually bounce to the other big one.
I would love to.
All right, go a little
It
faster
just
then.
seems like a funny thing. Whee!
Right, yeah. it's-
Okay.
Let it
Question,
never be
what's a
said I
moon?
don't let you have your fun while I eat your brain.
And then I'll get down to this platform and feel gravity again and be confused.
Uh-huh. Yep. You're there. How long is that rope? 50 feet?
I think so.
We've lost the end of it, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm still dragging it.
Yeah, I know. Gary is a dedicated man.
And I'll hop to the next platform.
Okay. And you're safe
then-
still.
And then onto the final.
Okay.
You land
I'm gonna
safely
follow
on the
him.
ground.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Lestrin,
Same.
at the same time?
No, after Lestrin.
Okay.
We gotta go one at a time, I
Lestrin,
think.
when you land, let's roll a dexterity check with advantage because of your boots of striding and springing.
Okie dokie.
Dex check, not saving throw.
Yeah.
Not that there's a difference on your character.
Oh. 13.
That's good enough. As you land, you realize that you need to come down and kind of spread your weight nice and evenly across this, because when you first start to have your heels come down from the balls of your ankles, or no, the balls of your feet start to roll down towards your heel, and you start to feel the panel waver a little bit, and then you spread your feet into an almost horse stance upon landing, and it seems to balance out. Lolly,
Okey-dokey.
Latham, and Jyotis, you guys notice that this time the platform wavers a bit.
Oh no.
Huh.
And Lestrin, with the boots of striding and springing, now that you've made that first check, you kind of know about it, and you can actually at least get to this. You can at least get over to the one just in front of the rocks without another check.
Okay. Then I'm going to fly by wire.
Get there. And then your boots of striding and springing would enable you to jump up on top of those rocks. And you did witness Gary become, like, weightless for short bursts of time when he was up on them.
Weird.
Hmm.
Okay, let's go. So onto the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You're quite safe. You're the one person who does not need to make checks to get across this now. Now that you know about that, you may cross the rest of the way.
Darn those lithe dwarves and their jumping abilities.
Right.
Hey, made a decent dex check. I'm gonna speed things along. You should not be complaining.
All right, and then down to the moonstone thingies.
Yep, and then you're safe to
And
cross
then-
over to Gary, who's holding the rope. I got it.
Cool.
Good job, Gary. Thanks.
Latham in his infinite wisdom's like, ooh, I'm going. Seems safe.
Yeah, I will give Lester in the rope with a look of
Gary.
triumph on my face.
All right. Latham, as you land on the first one, there is no amount of wavering or anything at all. You can, just like Gary, get to those rocks before you need to make a check to see with athletics if you can grab onto the sides in order to climb up.
All right. He takes a little pause there, gets himself ready, and goes for it. Athletics.
Yep.
It's not a very athletic one. So how far away is the rope? That's a 6.
Oh, no. Well, Latham, high or low?
How low can we go? Let's go low.
Oh, you called it. So, Latham, you jump out towards it, and in a moment of fog, you accidentally just completely do not go far enough. Like, you misjudge because of the blackish color on black, and just as you slip underneath it, in your last chance of vanity, you reach up with your hand in your tail, and they touch the rock,
Pain.
and then you cancel the weight just long enough to where you catch yourself on the underside. You nearly didn't make it, but you may now climb up on top of it and then get across the bridge the rest of the way.
Yay, tail.
It's a good thing you called that high-low. Put it that way, sir.
It's not a good thing I got in
And
the
then you
streak to begin
and then
with,
you get
but
there to
hey.
witness the scene of Gary triumphantly handing the rope to Lesterin like an award.
Da-da-da. Good job. Clap, clap, clap.
Way to go.
Okay.
Lolly, the light that you cast on the wall begins to flicker a little oddly.
Oh no. Uh-huh.
Oh, and I gotta check something really quick on your
Cool.
character.
Oh god.
Characteristics. Lolly, how much do you weigh?
A lot. I don't know, whatever typical
Because you didn't
Firbolg
fill out
is.
your character sheet like an irresponsible person.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I
if you-
just figured whatever Firbolg normally weighs, like probably about 300, 400.
Oh, good. So, Lolly, the platform begins to waver, shake, and start to break apart.
Oh,
you do
it's
not
about
have to make-
240 to 300 pounds. So I'll say I'm around 280.
Okay, yeah, I'll say
Sorry.
the same effect that I'm describing is happening.
Yeah, sorry.
So it is beginning to teeter and break apart. It is
Oh,
coming
no.
loose. You have to move.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Jump,
run
jump,
down
jump.
to the end of the rocks, and then I would like an athletics check.
Okay. Super good at that. Athletics. Oh, I actually
Yep.
have 2 in here. 6.
High or low, Lolly?
High hopes. She's got high hopes.
Lolly, as you run out to grab onto the rocks,
Oh no.
you
Uh-huh.
reach out and you give it a high five.
Ha!
Yeah.
Oh god.
And then you fall and fall
Oh no.
and fall.
Oh shit.
And let's go ahead and remove you from the map for just a second.
Oh, okay.
Bye, Lolly.
Bye everybody.
We'll get back to that in a second. But it's time for something. All right, Gary, Latham.
Got it.
Got it.
So, Jyotis, as Lolly falls into nothingness, the light completely fades, and you hear whispers. Come play What do you do, Jyotis? Jyotis?
Jyotis.
Test, check. Can you hear me?
There you
Yeah.
are. Hi, buddy.
Sorry, bud. When was the last time you heard me? Because goddamn it.
Not for a while. Like,
Oh hell.
What was the last thing you heard?
I heard
So-
everything. I just
so
have
you-
been lagging.
you watched Lolly
Yeah, I saw.
nearly break
I saw.
all of those moons are still there, but they're now at odd angles.
Great. And I heard whispers, and I said no. I said no to the whispers, by the way.
Uh-huh. You feel like the temperature is starting to drop, and there's just a chill running up your spine right now.
Well, I was looking because I have an Eldritch Cannon. It does.
Jyotis, what you doing, buddy?
I'm thinking. Screw it. Let's do it. I'm creating an Eldritch Cannon, and I'm creating the fire version.
All right. Okay.
Guns, and it's going to be a handheld one with legs, and I'm going to put it on my shoulder
Okay.
because it's a flamethrower,
Yeah.
and it casts fire in 15-foot ranges.
Which direction are you casting it?
First, I'm going to try and cast it at the shards of blades and things and see what happens, the reaction.
Okay. Give me 1 second. So as you begin to light the blades aflame, I need one. Why did I not have this pulled up and ready? Very bad, Bob. Sorry. All right. Oh, come on. There it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. I don't need to roll attack or like hit.
I think it's actually dexterity saving throw for anything caught in the flamethrower, isn't it?
I was trying to find it actually. it's on here. I have.
You
there
should
it is.
find it.
There it is. It is. The bonus 15-foot cone, 2d8 fire damage, dex save 14.
Okay. Well, the wall does not make it.
So 2d8 fire. Cool. Let's see. I got a 7 and a 6.
So, 13 points of fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you sear the wall, and then you hear a whispered scream of, and you see a figure burning within the fire.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead and roll initiative, Jyotis.
God damn it.
Oh no.
I don't have radiant damage, guys.
This has been so fun. I wonder what
My
our next
initiative
campaign will be.
5.
He's got to hit the wall with fire instead of just trying to jump across the stupid rocks.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I wanted to see the reaction, but I got surrounded by 4
You got a reaction. All right, so let me roll their initiative really quick. I mean, to be fair, that one is almost dead. You got a 5 total?
I have 5 on Inish.
Nice.
I rolled 2.
Okay, well, you go first, sir. Beside you, but they have a lower dex.
Wow, okay. Well, so since my Eldritch Cannon is bonus, is it my full turn? I get my full turn this time?
Yes. You were constructing that while they were telling you to play with them, and they thought you were going to play with them.
Oh, okay.
So they did not attack during that.
Well, that's great. Do I need... I can't disengage and run
Yes,
across
you
the
can.
moons.
You can disengage as an action and then make a move action to run across the moon.
Okay. I'm going to do that.
All right. Disengage is your action. You may then run up to 30 feet.
Up to 30 feet. And I have to do dex saves or something to jump on the stones, right?
No, you do not. I will tell you what to do when you get to the end.
Okay, well, I'm going to run and jump on the first stone here. So, yoinkst.
You're fine. The stone feels like it's going to fall, and it's at an odd angle, but you can keep going, so you can go your full 30.
Okay, so I believe
Or as
full
far
30. I believe that's 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I'll give that to you because they're at odd angles. And then I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw to
Dex
maintain your balance on that.
Dex save. Where's my dex save? That's a 21 dex save.
Yeah, you make it handedly. You balance yourself just right to where when you land, your robot foot or your metal replacement foot uses a better brace in order to dig in just a little bit more with that prosthetic limb and get that balance, because these are all at sharp and odd angles, but you feel very confident and safe. For their turn...
Also, I'm gonna shout. Can I shout across the hall? Hey guys! Shadows!
Hey, Lolly, hi, Lo.
Oh, shit.
Hi.
Also, Lolly's falling.
Hi, Lolly. So, Lolly, after falling into what can only be described as a nebula for a good, let's say, it felt like a while, you get shunted back up.
Whoa.
God.
And I will accept a new acrobatics or athletics check, your choice, to see if you can actually grab onto the rock.
It was a 6 again.
Oh my God. No.
Bye, Lolly.
Does she go up this time?
No. No, she comes up and she goes with too much force and is gone.
I was really hoping that was what would happen.
Tell my story, Lester.
So somehow, like, Resny comes to mind with, like, you know, assuming perfect conservation of energy in the...
Well, I was just assuming since it's
Firbolg
weightless, you just go
emulsion
flying
stays in
by.
motion.
Notice, I'm gonna... It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn already?
Yeah, no one else is in combat right now. Lolly's in combat with the
Myself.
universe.
Okay, well,
Her
with the
inability
forces
to
of
roll
gravity,
well.
those shadows did not chase me, or I don't know.
You don't know.
Great. All right, I'm gonna keep running.
You can use your action to make a perception check,
Well,
or you can keep running.
Can I disengage even though I'm not engaged, or do I not have to disengage?
I would rule
Keep running.
that because you are standing on the edge of a portal right there, if you try to take the disengage action, you're going to consume half your movement because of how, like, complicated it is to move away without provoking attacks of opportunity. You can use your action to look for them. That's
I will look
fine.
for them. I will look for them and then keep running.
Okay.
Or because I can still use movement, right?
Yes, yeah.
Perception, that's an 18 total.
Yeah, you see all three of them lined up, one still slightly on fire and waving to you. We'll miss you.
Won't miss you, thanks, bye.
See you soon.
That's ominous. 1, 2.
Jyotis, you are out of combat. Lolly, Hilo.
Hi.
I want to throw a rope.
Nah. Jyotis, you are allowed to keep moving. You will need an athletics check to get on top of those rocks, though.
Yeah, so I'll stop here if I don't freeze and do my athletics check.
Very good.
Athletics. At least I'm decent at athletics. That is a 17 total.
That is good enough. You can't jump up onto the rock, but you jump out and hug it in just the right amount, and you've seen other people start to lose gravity around it, so you know what to expect and anticipate. Lolly, hi-lo.
Hi.
Yep, Lolly comes right back up underneath you.
Can I actually? I don't know. If
You
I
can assist Lolly to give her advantage.
Yes, can I assist her?
A Firbolg in motion stays in motion and acted upon by a force. Help!
Please roll 2 1s to drag him with you.
No,
Oh
don't.
god. Am I rolling again?
Yes,
Okay.
roll with advantage since he is trying to assist you.
Okay, good. Thank God. Oh, thank God. It was. Here's the roller coaster I went through: a 2 and a 19. So 21.
Yeah,
Good
no,
job.
with that, Lolly, this time you come up and you know that you should high-five something other than the rock.
Whee! I high five Jyotis.
This time you reach out and you're like, hey, it'd be an even better idea to grab Jyotis. And
Ha
sure
ha!
enough, your body actually reacts properly, and Jyotis pulls you up on top.
Thanks, Jyotis.
Hey.
That was kind of
Neither of
fun.
you
Let's go
require
again after
any more
this.
checks. You may catch up to the rest of the group.
Yay!
Okay.
Thank
that
you,
was
Yo-Yo.
fun.
And Garret is
should I
still
call you
smug
Yo-Yo?
about having carried the rope all the way across all by himself.
Oh, thank goodness! I take the rope from Gary.
No, I have the rope.
Oh, I take the rope from Lester and tie it around my middle.
I'm just
Roll
smug
right
about
to the
having
left
carried
arm.
it all the way.
Yeah, Gary handed it to Les while we were doing our thing.
Ah.
Hey guys, so I apparently pissed off 3 shadows. One of them's on fire back there, and they said they'll see us soon. See me soon, specifically.
Oh, well,
Just
you should know.
Okay, it got darker.
It did,
Oh, we
because
should-
it's not supposed to be that bright in here, and Lolly's
Okay.
light was beginning to flicker, but I can only do dynamic lighting for the whole map right now without really crashing the ping time, and I'm trying not to do that. So,
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's it.
cast light on Gary's armor so that he
Course.
glows blue.
okay.
Jesus. Okay, I want to check out the next room, please.
Okay. Lestrin, you can roll either perception or survival for stone cunning.
That would be survival.
Gary, you going there?
Oh, 5.
Apparently, the lag is getting me, but apparently that's where I decided to land instead of.
No, you
Here.
can go where you actually wanted to go. I'm sorry. I was asking if you're the new Lolly now.
Yay!
Lestrin, the thing that really throws you off is that this rock is not natural. And the only thing that it kind of reminds you of, even though it is clearly not lunar, is the moon. Which, it's odd because Elos no longer has a moon, and the last time you saw the moon was before you went into the Underdark originally as a soldier. And it mystifies you for that moment, and you kind of miss the rest of the room.
Wow, we dropped all the way to 17. Oh,
Yep, ping times. Now, you guys would know that Bixbit described that from this way you are supposed to head north.
Let's go!
I want to go south.
I want to go back to that bouncy room.
Is that a Bixbit thing or no?
Is what a Bixbit thing? The thing in the center of that?
This
Roll
this,
an Arcana check.
this thing down
Okay.
here.
Oh. Roll an Arcana check.
21.
Check.
Lolly with a 21? No, that is not. That is some sort of protective weapon.
Oh,
Oh,
let's touch it.
I got like a 20, so you know.
Yeah, Jyotis, you look at it and you're like, that's different. And it's Lolly who, having been so exposed to the elements of the universe, looks at it and is like, oh, it's made to absorb and redirect energy. It's
You
a
know,
weapon.
Before I saw the time knife.
Yeah,
It's
before
a
you saw the
zapper.
time knife.
It's a
All right. All right, guys, we are at 8:50, so I'm going to say that we should do one last thing and then take a 15-minute break.
Oh,
Woo.
Oh my god,
Good for you.
I love this
dear.
roller for you guys. So,
The bot
anyways,
has been very kind.
the bot has been
Mhm.
very kind. So,
Thank you,
guys,
bot.
I will see everyone back at 9:05.
Okay.
Oh, 5.
And we will continue the misadventures in Mirar Talvash.
Oh my gosh. All right, it's been a roller coaster already.
Oh,
Some
shit!
of it-
Here the whole time, and I didn't hear any of you guys. And then all
Yeah,
of a sudden you came back.
on our end, it looked like you were out. So
Yeah, I heard you sign in.
I swear to God, I was there the whole time.
We're stealth.
you pulled the Discord equivalent of Lolly, where you like faded into a different universe, and then
Apparently,
Discord does
yeah.
that.
I was like,
Well done.
what? It's 9:05. Why is nobody saying anything? What the hell's going on?
and we're like, "Where's Les?" We'll just sit around tooling around. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone,
So,
we are back officially. Lestrin, go ahead and say the word.
Fidelio.
Yeah. And we're back. Lestrin had a startling revelation that there are rocks in this room. Lolly and Jyotis figured out that what is down at the end of the room is some sort of magical turret. Gary, meanwhile, is standing at the edge of what appears to be a floor built out of that same material that was floating like stone with these weird white arcane glyphs and what appears to be a bright orange planet entirely bathed in red within its center.
Planet.
Is the planet in any ways recognizable? Like, is it our world? Some other
Roll a
world?
history check.
Yeah. That is not D20. Starting to wane. 16. On the history.
Well, I mean, that's not really waning all that much, Latham.
The modifiers.
It is interesting because this world is incomplete. It's in its beginning stages of life.
Ooh, it's being built.
It's a world being built, indeed.
Oh, it's a baby world.
Hmm?
Hi,
They're
baby
so
world.
cute at this age.
I'm just thinking
And
of.
again, it's just out on the floor. It's laid out, but it does genuinely appear almost like the longer you stare at it, the more realistic it becomes.
Do I recognize the runes written around on the floor?
Roll me an Arcana check.
19, 20.
Yeah, thanks to the Babblefish, it actually helps you translate. That essentially, at one point in time, this will be a teleportation steel to the world of Calgastari.
Oh,
They're Calistoga runes or something. I don't know.
Don't they
Calscathari.
make wagons?
That's gonna be a portal someday. Interesting.
Oh,
And what's at the far to the left of, or to the north end of the room?
Oh, well that, if you walked up, I'd let you investigate it.
Ooh.
Wait, Latham.
Wait.
You mean this thing down here, Latham?
I mean the thing to the north.
Oh,
The darkness sphere to the
That?
north.
okay.
Yeah, whatever could that be?
So investigation.
Or Arcana, whichever one you like more.
Okay. 12 on investigation.
It appears to be a pillar that absorbs the light around it. And as you stare at the top of it, there is, through your dark vision, the traces of a planet that holds no light. Meanwhile, a dark sphere sits down beneath it. Writing inscribed in Gith around it states, Realm Space of Terra, first world destroyed by humans. In their hubris, they made a god, and it consumed them.
My.
Someone made something cool.
it's pretty.
It's pretty. And what's it about space time? I don't know. My
It's
buddy Neil might
pretty.
know something, but I don't.
It's pretty. Let's
I
come back to
lick
it, guys.
it.
Let's come
Well,
back
Lolly,
to
it was a
this.
sphere of annihilation, so bye. I'm
Bye.
joking.
Zap.
Not the weirdest way she's died.
I mean, the tentacles and the snallygaster is pretty rough.
Does
on, you
it
guys, let's
look
go.
like an ice cream cone?
Don't
That
touch,
right
Raleigh.
there.
Don't touch. We gotta fix.
Lolly, based on your other Arcana check, ironically you piece together that this too is some sort of magical turret. And you get the hint and semblance of a feeling like those two could counteract one another, like you could red shift or white shift the room. If only you had a
Ooh.
bit of light.
I cast light on it!
Oh no.
Well, okay. You
Whoa.
did the thing. Let me roll a d6 and decide.
How much you love me?
Uh-huh.
How does he know? All right, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, Gary,
Oh no.
Hi.
Lolly casts light into this bright shining orb that you can just barely see. And after she casts it, it bounces from the orb in a ray down here and over to you.
Oh no!
And Gary, you take no damage, but you are
Okay.
covered in bright light. And you will have disadvantage on perception checks because you are nearly blinded.
God. Lolly, no. We have to fix
Sorry, sorry!
them. Not helping. Not helping. Don't touch the magic things.
Okay, I
Know what
won't.
they do.
Oh God, when
You okay, Garrett?
Jesus.
Do we need to leave Garrett? No. Does somebody need to hold on to his hand so he can see?
Up here, you do notice also that
I'm having some really bad internet slowdown, so I didn't catch all of that. Everybody's robot.
Oh no.
well, I mean, we're getting to that point where it's going to sound like that to Gary too.
No.
So,
Oh,
in this next room, there appears to be two hands that are reaching up out of the floor, and more of those stones, but this time they are colored like the same lunar colors, are floating up out of a hole beneath. And up in the air is another Bixbit crystal.
Wait. Over here?
You should be able to see it to the right. Yep. Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Who's got the spear stick globe thingy?
Garrett had it last time.
Yep. Gary still has it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Gary!
Perhaps you should take it less.
Do I get to do a thing?
Yes.
What do you want me to do?
That rod you have, we need to.
I pat my sides.
We need to touch the rod to the.
Oh,
Can I have the rod, please, Gary?
I gave you the rope,
I need the rod now, though.
but why?
We need to turn Bixbit on.
It's like there's two lollies.
Just trust me. I need it.
Okay.
oh, I
Okay.
hope this isn't permanent.
Thank you.
Me too.
Alright, I'm gonna go over here. And over here.
Mm-hmm.
And avoid touching the giant hands as much as possible.
Uh-huh.
And over here. And over here.
All right, Lestrin, when you get over there, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, a 22.
Very, very lucky. Rock and stone that was floating there starts peeling off and floating gently towards you. And as you continue to walk, you get more and more suspicious because it starts going a little faster and a little faster. And at the exact right moment, you go to dodge, but it's attracted to you, but you pull your hand away so that it doesn't slam and hurt you. But your movement speed is cut in half right now because you are covered in these gigantic, heavy stone rocks. You are considered encumbered as 500 pounds of rock weight has been added to you.
They love you so much.
I have armor.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
I'm
like
gonna
being
take
cuddled by puppies.
one step forward and do the thing with the thing.
Okay. Well, since you lack cantrips, Lolly or Jyotis or Gary, are you casting a cantrip?
Yep. Prestidigitation!
All right. Lestrin,
Okay.
you tap the staff in just as Lolly casts the fart noise. The crystal ding, 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 tss, and the area, all of these little pillars along the wall begin to glow with a soft white light, adding to the luminescence of the room. Bixbit's face emerges within the crystal again, staring at you for a moment. Well done. This is the second of my 4 stations within this realm. Would you like me to reactivate the light bridges or activate all lights?
Like the bridge is activated.
Yeah.
Any objections?
No bridges.
Yeah, no, bridges are good. I
Understood.
think we've got plenty of Gary light.
Although there's still shades after us, and lights would be good too.
We've got Gary.
Incorrect. The shades are limited in their capacity to follow across light bridges.
Okay. Light bridge.
Bixbit,
Yes.
what are these rocks? Do you know?
These rocks are taken from the broken second moon of Elos.
Second moon? There was
So-
more than one.
So why do they
That
like
is correct. What was that, Sam?
me? Why do they like me?
They like you because someone has rigged a trap in order to prevent you from restarting me.
Well,
How do we
how
get
do
to
I get rid of them?
Gary Latham,
Cat,
Mhm.
for fuck's sake.
I would advise that you, and she pauses and thinks for a second, utilize either strength or cunning to get rid of them. Otherwise, you may seek the medical ward for treatment.
Where is the medical ward, by the way?
The medical ward is just to the north, and then immediately to the east.
Okay.
Okay. Strength
Over
to get rid of them?
Correct.
What? Do I just throw them?
Well, this one would advise throwing them very hard, so that they can't return to you.
What's making them attracted to him?
You should be
The staff
angry.
he is holding.
Oh dear. Okay, the staff.
Do I gain added armor from the rocks?
You know what? I'll give you AC +3
Awesome.
and move at half speed.
Aw.
Rock plate.
Okay, well then
How
we're gonna
about
go
if you
over
like
here.
go into a rage and throw them?
Well, I'm
You
just
go,
gonna leave them on me for right now.
Why? But we have to hurry to get Gary to safety.
Well, we're getting close to the.
We're getting there, and
Okay.
they're both dumb right now, so we gotta, you know.
I know,
Be
we need
careful.
to fix that. They
Oop,
can't be
that's-
this dumb.
That's
I like
not
how
where
you're
I
like,
was
nope.
going.
Nope.
That's not where I was going. There.
Okay. Yeah, you can go around them. You're a dwarf. You can fit.
With my rock armor.
With your rock armor, 15 feet at a time, baby.
Like opposites.
You
to
are
combat.
rocking that outfit. Oh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Bixbit, if
I think we're almost there.
What is
before we
that?
go to the
Jyotis?
medical ward, do you need to be completely reactivated up here? Before we go to the medical ward, do all of your pedestals need to be reactivated, or just the one in medical ward?
I do not have a pedestal in medical ward. But that said,
What?
I will be better. If I can fully activate, I should be able to take complete control of this plane, and therefore minimize any system failures with random transports.
So,
Complete control.
okay, so is this the closest station to the medical ward? How are we gonna?
That
how
is
are you
correct.
gonna help? How are you gonna help us in the medical
Once you
ward to
get
fix
into
these?
the medical ward, ask for lead or Dale.
Lead or Dale? Gotcha. What's the
There
difference?
are 4 containers that are active and currently occupied by a species known as the Quorm. They are excellent healers. They will be not tactical. The healer best suited to serve you is Dale or Lead.
Dale or lead? Got it.
Okay.
Are the containers marked, or do we just need to speak?
You currently have a babblefish in your head.
So
Okay.
we
Yeah,
speak.
we're good. They all understand us.
Cool.
I speak Git.
And-
We're good.
And
Come on,
if there are
Latham.
any labels, you would be able to read them.
Right.
All right. Bye, Big Bit.
Oh shit.
Thanks for your help.
You are welcome.
We will.
Please consider if you have time to fully restore me.
We will reactivate you as soon as we can.
Sure.
Thank you, Jyotis.
Come on.
I go dashing through the door.
Yep, Lolly, as you run through, the door parts, does that,
Let her Dale.
and immediately upon arriving in this room, you notice that despite all the plant life, all the elements on the tables, there is just a sterile smell to the air.
Ew.
In this room, there are several what appear to be pods down immediately to your south
These dingers.
that look unoccupied. There is what appears to be a large central node table up immediately to your right, followed by a couple of smaller tables that seem to be loaded with components and such. In the northeast, there is clearly a sigil circle.
Okay.
And-
Really quick, our order got here, hon.
Oh.
So pause.
Okay. And Jyotis, since you've walked into the room, I'm going to continue the description under you.
Uh-huh.
Wait, is Latham, are you lagging
sorry.
for a reason?
No, I just hadn't updated my character. I was following along. He's just strolling along. This guy's cane to one side.
Yeah, actually, I
This
was
is
like,
interesting. Got
kinda
some
looking
interesting
back,
lights.
like, I'm still
Ooh,
coming.
some
Somebody go get him.
fun runes I see over here.
Lestrin, when you reach the door, as you try and walk through, the staff does not come with. You hit the door and the staff gets stuck, like by an invisible force. It's just in the air.
Does it look like it's just gonna stay there?
It doesn't,
Doesn't look like it's
doesn't care.
moving. Wave its
It's
staff
not-
in the air like it just don't care. Yes, that is absolutely correct. It is not moving forward.
What
You
about
can
my
move
friend?
forward if you release it,
I need to
but
step away for just a sec. I'll be right back.
What about my rocks?
your rocks are still attached. You're
Okay.
rocking it.
Where
I
are my
assume-
friends?
I assume as soon as you let go of the staff, the rocks are gonna go.
Oh, probably.
That's just an assumption, though.
What's going on?
Oh.
Did Lestrin get his rocks off?
No.
God damn it.
Nope. Nope. Les is stuck at the door. The rod will not enter the medical area. So,
Well, who cares? We don't need Big Spit. We need to help Gary.
yeah, I know. Let's
Oh,
get Gary
yeah.
and Latham in
They
there.
need to go in the room, and I can figure out the stupid staff thing
Yep.
after they're in the stupid room.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
Let's
get
get in
him
the
in
stupid
here.
room.
I'm assuming since those pods are empty, I'm assuming the ones over yonder.
Yes, those 4 appear to be fogged up, like
Mhm.
there are people within them.
All right, I'm just gonna step inside the doorway and drop the staff.
As you step into the doorway and drop the staff, the rocks do begin to fall off you, and then they collide into the staff.
Oh shit.
And I need to roll for the staff, because it gets a dex save.
Can I make a dex check to re-grab the staff?
Well, you can't from within the room, sir. The staff does not make its dexterity save, so it takes
shit.
1,
I have
2,
returned.
3.
Woohoo.
The staff gets beat to hell,
Oh,
and
no.
parts of it look broken
Oh
as
shit.
some of the red glass shatters and it breaks in half. The
Oh
head
my
crest
gosh.
appears to have fallen into 2 pieces.
We'll fix that later.
Wendell,
And
what's
with-
with the barking?
And with that, it crumples to the floor, and the stones float away.
Of course they do.
Wonderful. Well, I'm gonna step out and pick up the staff and see if it'll pass through the thingy.
You walk up to the door. No, it's still stuck.
Okay,
I guess
then,
we just leave it out there.
then I'm just gonna set it on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, go to set it down, and it remains there.
I'm gonna look at it sternly and tell it to stay.
All that pet rock training paying off, huh?
Which one of these is Dale and Led?
Well, go ahead and roll me an investigation check or a perception check, your choice.
I think I'm the same at both.
Oh no, those are on the way to
Yep.
get fixed.
Room.
Doesn't matter. Let's say it's perception and it's 23.
Okay, well, with 23 perception, looking over the containers, you notice that 2 of the apparently oddly shaped people that Bixbit referred to as the Quorm look like they are of dwarven body, and they're approximately 4'6" to 4'9" in height. The way they're stored is rather odd. It's on their side, but 2 of them are decayed,
Oh no.
and it looks like they died screaming in their containers.
Oh no.
The most interesting thing about them, though, is that both of them have 2-sided skulls, a face on the back of their head and a face on the front of their head.
Aha. So Led and Dale might be a single entity.
Or
Those
Like,
2 up there
one of those.
both contain dead individuals.
So,
Oh.
so these are both dead?
Yes.
oh,
Dope. Alright. Does either of them have Led or Dale on them?
No. All information about them is ironically scratched out.
Of course it is. It's not disturbing at all.
Now,
All
this
right.
one does appear to contain a living specimen. As you approach, you see that beneath the mist of the silver fog within the chamber, there are a sleeping face of a female on one side and male on the other. And their body is just one feminine body, but there is definitely a male face and a female face, and you can tell this. There's green to palish gray skin. Both sets of eyes are closed, and their hair is done in such a way to make it effeminate on the side that is Dale, and masculine with bangs on the side that is Led.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, how do we... I think Vic said speak their names, so Led and Dale, we need your help.
Victor, Victoria.
The seals begin to crack on the tube, and they were invisible. And the glass itself begins to part, quite like a lotus opening up. Instead of just opening from one side to the other, this peels apart and opens in a dramatic semblance and fashion, slowly standing the figure up. And Led, the masculine side, from the back half of Dale, comes to face you. opens his eyes slowly. And I only have an acolyte for this, but I'm going to put them on the map. That is Led and Dale. Right there.
Ooh.
Their eyes snap open.
Greetings.
Howdy,
Greetings,
howdy.
young one.
We have an issue, and we were told that you are the best candidates to help us. My two friends over there were infected with yellow spores and are currently being zombified.
Oh dear.
I wave. Latham waves his hand gleefully. Hi.
Yeah, because Jyotis
I'm playing in the water.
Do you want to sign a contract? I have a contract. Here, you should sign this.
It just
They're-
says contract.
They're suffering.
I
from
just
mental
hand him this paper that says
already.
contract on the side.
Yeah. Dale looks over towards them.
I mean, they're kind of fun.
Slurping
as
water
well.
from
my hand.
I will say this quietly, so as not to offend them. Have you considered sealing them in the astral pods?
No. We haven't considered anything. We don't know how to fix it.
It will take time to cure the spores. I believe I can prepare it, or Dale can prepare it. And you hear this effeminate voice, of course I can prepare it, Led. Don't be thick. Well, you heard it from the horse's mouth.
There's a horse in here too? How did it get in the hospital?
No lies.
Led spins around and comes to face the party. Or no, I'm sorry, Dale spins around and comes to face the party. It's worse than an Etten, I swear. And stares at you, Lolly, for a second and just... You're an odd one.
Thanks.
We should check, Led. We should check. That should be the first priority, Led. We should check.
Check what?
Led from the back kicks in with a... They need to be cured. We can't help them if they're not cured. All right. I will begin crafting the concoctions necessary to remove the spores. You two, Pool Boy, and... Hello. She raises an eyebrow towards Latham.
Hello. Latham holds up a drink.
Time
First
and
class.
space have been good to me.
Hey.
You just hear
Other-
that.
other-
I'm here too, you know.
Other stats may have been impacted by my charisma, so 19 on the modifier.
he's pretty, right?
Yeah, no, like she stares between the human and this magnificent man and is just like, okay, all right. I would like you two to go rest in those pods. They will stop the spores from continuing to eat you. In fact, they will stop all time together from within. This is how we maintain our lives.
Indeed, that means you won't be.
Coming?
I'll help you guys in. Come on. Over here, Gary.
Come on, Gary. It's night time.
Yeah, the thumb's not exactly going very easily because he's like suddenly taking a keen
Yeah,
on.
she's cute. Come on,
Yeah,
Latham.
no, as she walks by, she gives you that side eye, and she's like, "Now you've got to be alive to have this fun."
Smiles and he complies.
Just see Dale like, rolling his eyes like, oh dear.
Led is just sitting back there like, "I don't want to be involved in this. That's no.
Turn the other cheek then.
It's bad enough when it's our own kind."
All right.
That's conundrum.
Mhm.
All right, Gary, night time.
Have a good rest, fellows.
Good night.
Jyotis, you can roll an intelligence check on how to activate the pod.
Intelligence. Let's see. What intelligence? Hey, that's still a 17. Yay.
Nice. Well, I've got to roll one last time because you just opened one of the pods. There it is.
Yeah.
And,
I can't speak anymore.
yeah.
Oh no.
I still
Gary, if
can,
you wanna
and
make
I've got
gurgling
lots of
noises.
ideas. All of them are brilliant.
Jyotis, the pod does open for you as you reach out your hand and you twist, and then you touch the symbols in an order that you didn't think you knew, but then it comes back to you in this flash of like, these are almost exactly like some of the ones that you used for
I
storage.
was just thinking, this seems oddly familiar to the lab I was born in.
And with that, it opens. Gary may be stuffed inside, and you will know how to close it with that check.
Yay. Stuff you inside, Garret.
Gary,
Have
you
it-
are safely stuffed inside the pod. Gary, you may finally admit what your intelligence modifier currently is.
Modifier or
Oh, no, like total score.
4.
Holy
Yeah.
Oh no.
shit. Oh my god, I hope we fix it. Oh, my friend. And
Stop swallowing your tongue.
he just like places his hand on his forehead.
I was at 7, which you can barely speak coherently with a 6. That
just
last
like
roll.
drooling from the mouth. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey guys.
So, if you wish to also, Latham and Jyotis, you can also put yourself in the astral pod and stop taking damage.
I mean, jeez.
Oh, you mean I can go in to save?
We have a choice? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, you have a choice. I'm not going to force you.
And none of my party's forcing me.
Latham. Gary
And
went
none of my
in.
party's forcing me, and I don't know any better yet.
Latham, you should get into the pod, bud. Come on, come on. I know
Yeah,
she's cute,
I'm going
but
to.
you can play with her when.
No, I'm going to resist.
Oh no.
Oh,
I rolled a 2
oh no.
on the die. I can't. It scares me, and I'm going into fight or flight.
I
got to.
make
Dear.
I
Okay.
cast thaumaturgy so that it sounds like a bunch of happy puppies are inside the pod. Go get them, Gary. Go play with the puppies.
York!
Go get the puppies.
No.
No, he's scared.
No,
He's scared.
but
I
there's
don't wanna-
puppies.
Lestrin.
Strength check?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm already
Probably wise. God knows I'm
Oh,
not.
God.
gosh.
Gary's running. We got a runner.
Oh
no.
god.
All right. Now, that said, Gary, to run out of people, it would provoke an attack of opportunity, which Lestrin could use as a grapple check. I
Okay.
would have to give you that. So, Lestrin, you could grapple with an opportunity attack and freeze his movement.
Please.
Okay, I'll go with the roll I just rolled, and that's a 20.
Yeah, I heard. Gary, you get a counterintuitive athletics for acrobatics.
That's a 19 on the die. So,
Lestrin,
23.
Lestrin, what's
Oh
your squad?
no.
Plus 5.
Oh.
Barely! Like, Gary is again doing that
Damn.
stupid worm move that he did when he was laughing and giggling, and it was almost impossible to wriggle him down. And at some point, you just go like, fuck it, I'm playing chiropractor, and you lift him from the waist, and you hear something crack. But
Oh no.
Gary doesn't take any damage, he's just realigned a little bit.
Mhm.
But yeah, Gary, she
Wait.
caught-
What was
What?
the 20? What was the modified roll?
It was a
Shit.
20.
she rolled a nat 20, and then...
Oh, it was a 20
total-
on the die. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
missed that. I thought you rolled a modified 20, so I was confused because I got like a 23 or 24.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. She said I rolled a 20.
Okay. I thought
Brain.
that was the modified roll. My mistake.
No worries. So, Lestrin, it would take another grapple check to pin Gary into the thing, and Gary will get one more chance.
That would be a 22 total.
Okay, Gary?
22 as well.
Oh no.
Ty goes to attack her with grapple, I believe. So,
Yeah, because
therefore...
it's supposed to meet a DC, I think.
Yeah, so therefore, Gary, you doing every move you know to get out. The helicopter, the wishy-washy, the petulant child who doesn't know how to walk anymore. None of it matters. Lestrin just basically body slams you in. And
And Jyotis
Right
is there
at-
to slam the lid shut.
Yeah, no, it's not even a slam. It's just you redial your hand counterclockwise and the thing shuts on Gary before he can react. Gary is
like-
contained.
Oh, God. Okay, Latham. Latham,
Hi.
kindly would you take a seat in one of these pods? We can fix you, and then you can have fun with your lady friend over there.
Objection. I need some data. I need evidence as to why the hell I should. Ooh, let's go over here and get some data. Let's go investigate.
Oh no, not again.
friend
All right,
goes to,
suggestion.
You were infected with spores, and your intelligence is going
My
down.
friend Gumshoe over here has said
Latham?
something.
Make a Wisdom 14 saving throw.
He's kind of a champ at that.
I mean,
I know.
wisdom's on still though 8 total.
Okay. You want to listen to us and get well soon, so climb into the pod.
Lolly, in the future, you need to keep suggestion down to one simple sentence.
Okay, climb into the pod.
Okay.
With that, Latham climbs in. Jyotis seals him as well. Congratulations, guys! You saved both party members!
Yay!
Thank God.
The hard part is over. Them resisting.
I'm gonna go double check the
Stop
staff is still on
resisting.
the steps.
What's
Yeah.
up?
I'm
The
gonna
staff.
go check the staff is still on the steps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me too. I'm
Is it
kind of
still there?
I'm just gonna rest.
It is still there.
Okay. Good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Um,
stand here.
Yeah, can you watch it, Les?
Yeah,
Make
I
sure
got it.
something doesn't fade away. Cool. By the way, thanks for body slamming our friend Garret. that was choice.
Anytime.
Led gives a curt nod, like, yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
I'm just gonna lay down on the floor because I am exhausted.
Not that I want
Take
to
a nap.
interrupt you too much, Dale and Led. But I
Led
have a
just kind of turns towards you and is like, I'm not doing much.
question. Do you know what this rod is that is reactivating Bixbit all over the facility?
Well, since you have an earworm, you understand how much Led curses.
Okay.
Heathen stone of sinners, gem of fire and lies. And then he looks up at you and sees your face. And with his insight, he knows you can't trust her. Took out the one in here.
Okay.
Now, let Dale work. Leave that staff out there. We enchanted the door.
Yeah, we noticed it wouldn't come in here and it took damage. I was going to ask if you could fix it because we were trying to reactivate her, but why should we not reactivate her?
Because she is corrupted.
Can we fix the corruption?
Not without finding its source. Same thing that has been eating this place.
I
Killing us.
see.
And Led gestures with his chin over towards the
Mhm.
dead Quorm. And Dale has her head jerked suddenly and is like, hey, stop that. I'm working.
Right. Do you know, did she go a bit fritzy and start, like, you know, did she start killing off stuff with all of her corruption, or is it just...
She obeys her laws, which are to protect the Gith. Everything else may be sacrificed
I see.
and may be toyed with.
It's a little literal. Yeah, we noticed that there was an unfortunate soul fixing the hallway. Looked wreathed in pain.
No, those are slave of the Gith.
Oh, so that's an acceptable thing?
The Pict attempted to make war upon the Githyanki in the primordial realm.
I
They
see.
lost.
I see, but to punish them indefinitely seems a bit harsh.
Oh, it definitely does. Slavery is an abomination. But we cannot change them. Their empire is vast and mighty, and we have no ability to counter what they are.
Are you talking about the Gith?
Yes.
Well, in our time frame, the Gith are no more. It's 250,000 years after this place was created, roughly.
Dale kicks in with a young fool. They abandoned this place.
See. Why did they abandon it? Because it was corrupted?
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Or is it diplomacy? Is it diplomacy? Did I do the wrong thing?
Persuasion. That's
No,
not
persuasion.
Oh, thank God.
I don't think I have much persuasion. Nope. +0. Straight 11.
Turns back to you. Just, this world is a trap. It was set to conquer something incomprehensible. Someday it will spring, and it will destroy itself. The Gith decided that the nursery of their empire should not be forged on such a place.
Huh. So,
It did not help that Bixbit was beginning to corrupt even before then.
let's see.
I told you she sucked.
Did something cause her corruption?
Yes.
Don't know. Can it be fixed at all? I know kind of
Possibly.
ways.
You would have to destroy the will sculpted.
What, Lolly?
No.
Oh,
Although, and Led kind of looks over at Lolly. Come here, young one, if you don't mind.
Hmm?
Could I examine you while my compatriot works?
You're not gonna destroy me, are you?
No, of course not, dear. Come here.
Okay.
by the way, I feel that you should know we reactivated some of Bixbit, and she did tell us to seek you out, so she's not entirely corrupt.
Are you part Gith?
Yes.
Yeah, broken clocks work at least twice a day.
She will be determined to help you, despite her corruption.
She told me I was 37%, and some numbers Gith.
Well then, you certainly are. If there was no Gith in your party, she would have absolutely destroyed all of you, or at least attempted to manipulate you into destroying yourselves.
Joke's on her, we did that anyways.
She's not
As two
lying.
of your party members are entombed, basically.
She's not lying. I also have a big chunk out of my ribs. Still.
Led kind of looks over you, Lolly, and just... You are will sculpted, aren't you?
So I have been told.
You were
Ha!
made by a Gith, weren't you?
Yeah, this one. Her name is Molly. She's super smart, and it's like her full name is Mala blah 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 Molly. Have you seen her?
There's a pause between the two of them, and I get to roll a check. With advantage, because they live here.
And I produced a super accurate picture.
Nope.
Her name was Moliftar.
Yeah.
Moliftar.
Bixbit told us that her full name was.
That there was a
Moliftar.
Moliftar. Yeah,
Yes. Prodigy child.
she's
Ooh.
so smart.
One of the Shining Children. She could literally manifest things from an age younger than almost anyone else, and it's rare to have someone who can will sculpt on the material plane. She was taken for advanced study.
Yeah. What? Where?
Oh, it was so long ago. So long.
I mean, you just woke up from like a glass thingy.
We've waken up several times trying to help many people who have come here. It's never worked.
Okay, well, if you could kindly point me in the direction you took her.
He did not take her.
Oh,
She escaped
Oh,
with Dazrath.
Dazroth's alive too. What?
At least he was.
That's good.
You have to remember, Lolly, this was 200,000 years ago in our time frame.
Again, she could have just gone into the astral plane and it'd be like a couple of days ago to her.
Mm-hmm.
There is no time on the astral plane, and all time, save for the time
Exactly.
elementals.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
It was Silver Sage Rosad that was leading the efforts to help the Shining Children. It failed. A monster consumed him. A will-sculpted monster of darkness and horror.
Didn't look like a kraken, did it?
Stares at you for a second. It takes the shape of your fear. Of course, it is its own shape too, but it manifests shadows into your fear. Have you seen its corruption through the walls here? It is
Ew, that
rather
funky
powerful.
spiky stuff.
Ah.
Yes.
Does anything remove it? Can we kill it?
If we knew that, we would have done it already.
Of course.
And you hear Dale kick in with, "We could find the shards of the Chosen." That will never happen, dear. We have checked hundreds of people. None of them. Not one.
Insight check.
Check me.
That would be 3 on the dice, so 7.
It sounds like they've genuinely been looking for a long time. Whenever explorers have come here or whenever someone has stumbled into this room, they have healed them up, patched them up, and helped
sent
them.
off.
Well, they've done what they can. They are not a combatant. They can't fix this. They
Okay,
just help.
They're the medical droid.
fine.
Jyotis, what were you talking about?
When he said, we've checked many for the shards, I said, check me.
In due time, after we save your friends.
Oh, yes, by all means.
Da-
By the
Dale,
way,
Dale has the reaction of, "We should have checked first." No. They could not be saved, and the shards could not be saved if they were dead.
indeed. By the way, I took some damage through our many battles to get
We
here.
will get to you. Relax. Do you know how complicated it is to brew high spore potions for people who are almost turned?
Sorry. Thank
No.
you.
Please keep working. I was just wondering if I should take a seat in one of the chambers.
They will do nothing but stop time.
I mean, I plan to live for a long time, so that sounds cool.
Well,
You
if
hear this
really wanted
audible
to, they
sigh
can.
escape Dale, and but just immortality is not what it is cracked up to be. Trust us.
We'll see.
I hope you don't have to.
Wow.
And with that, the first potion is complete. Dale begins working on the second potion.
Aw, thank you guys.
Thank you. Do I need to apply it to the chamber?
Yes, simply hold it onto the chamber. The chamber will awaken the person and inject it into their bloodstream.
I'm going to Gary because he was affected the longest, I think, or he seemed worse off than Latham.
He was definitely worse off than Latham. Latham was just becoming a teenager, whereas Gary was flat out like unintelligible, scared of everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, with basically a rodent fight or flight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Jyotis, you walk over, put the potion on top, and it's glass bottle, and there's no cork on it, and then it just absorbs into part of the glass like liquid
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
and fades. Yeah, melts into it. The silvery air begins to fade and is replaced with this greenish and pink glow for a moment. And then that too fades. and Lotus reemerges. Gary, you have your intelligence fully restored, and you are back to normalcy.
Hooray. Normalcy.
Is he awake, or does he still need some resting in the chamber?
He is, however he wishes to be. Gary, you retained all of your memories of what it was like to suffer brain death.
Oh,
Or at least-
flowers for Algernon.
Dear God, that's a little dark even for me.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Headache, my friend. It's good to see you back.
the head definitely hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And Lolly, in basically like half the time that Dale took with the first one, because I was rolling really shitty at first, Dale crafts the second potion and hands it to you. It's just, you can take that and put that on the thumbs. I think that's what you called him.
Latham, yes.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Latham, wakey wakey eggs and bakey.
And again, you put the potion onto it, it absorbs into the glass. The silvery fog fades and is replaced by that pinkish and green fog that covers it. And then the lotus emerges. Latham, you are restored to full intelligence.
And you come to my face pressed against glass.
100%. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Ooh. I look over at Dale and then thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. And Dale turns around and just... And now we have the matter of you helping us. We need to check all of you for shards.
Please.
Excuse me?
He wants
You
you to
guys-
shard.
You guys missed the part where she was explaining the shards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever sharded yourself?
No, Lolly.
The acolyte walks over and opens what at first looks like a cube, and it just kind of peels and folds and peels and folds, and it almost
That's
looks like a
correct.
jaw. It almost looks like a jaw trap, and as it gets around your arms, what the hell did I just do? Holy crap! My map just went blank. It's okay. This is RP anyways. Holds it out and place your hand within, please.
It's not gonna hurt, is it?
Is it the Gom Jabbar?
I know it's
Right, it burns!
So much.
Fear
Anyway.
is the mind killer!
Here's
Anyway,
No, spores are the mind killer, as I proved thoroughly. Thank you.
no kidding.
So is
Hand in box.
You put your hand in, and this reddish purple light scans first within the hand, and then it pulses through the rest of your body, almost like a luminescent, self-contained light that flows through you, and you feel like memory and warmth and look. And roll a D100,
Ooh.
please.
Did you shard yourself?
D100. Here we go. 80.
No shard located within this one. The Tesseract re-unfolds. We would like to scan the rest of you. We need to scan the rest of you. Please.
Is this a
Yeah, I'll go.
trick to get us to take
Magic.
shots? Because shots hurt, and I don't care if I get a lollipop afterwards. Well, okay, I kind of do want a lollipop. Now I want a lollipop.
Mm-hmm.
We do have candy if you actually let us scan.
Well,
So you get a
this
treat.
stranger said I get candy if I go and do this. Sure.
All right. Lolly, roll a D100, please.
Okay. 39.
There is no shard within this one. But Dale does reach over to the alchemy table, pulls off this little blue and green swirling ball that always changes its colors like a nebula pulsing through different forms of gaseous. There you
I
go.
eat it.
It is the sweetest piece of candy you have ever tried, and you feel full for the day.
Yay.
That was fantastic.
Intergalactic Goodberry.
Yay! I skip away happily.
Uh-huh.
Welcome to Goodberry, home of the Goodberry. Can I take your order?
I'll
The
go.
Acolyte again. Dale and Led look around. Who is next, please?
Me.
All right. They come over to you. Roll a D100, Lestrin.
$33.
The shard is not within this one. They give you just a nod and just, well, thank you for breaking the staff, even if it was an accident.
About that.
They come back this way. And
Where's my candy?
Yeah. You ripped off
it's
Lesterin.
over on the table. There's more there.
Alright,
Go
I'm
get
gonna
it
take the
yourself. You're an
candy.
adult.
Toss
Over
me
the
in.
corner
You
there,
have,
there's a
eaten
there's a-
the equivalent of an intergalactic Goodberry. You are full for the day, and you recover 2 HP.
Could you
Is
kind
there,
of
is there
toss
like
me one of
a
those?
paper or cardboard like treasure chest in the corner with all sorts of toys for?
No,
I want the
it's not a
Slinky.
cheap chain restaurant. Fuck you.
Come on. Have you ever gotten a toy out of the dentist office?
Yeah, dentist. That's a Fey patron. Thank you very much.
I got antimatter.
When I ate it, it annihilated my face.
Like 3 times
Dale
the
and-
roof fall off.
Dale takes over for this one and walks up to you, Latham, and just, hey, big boy, feeling better?
But
Well, can I scan you before I scan you?
have that
Roll a D100, please.
35.
What's with the
The
30s?
shard's not in this. No, she just looks at you. Well, the shard's not in this one. Gives a little
Sure,
smile and a
yeah.
wink. See you soon. Walks over to Gary. And Led takes back over with,
Alright, I offer my hand.
Come
That would
on,
be
Lucky 87.
Stare at Latham.
6.
Gary, high or low?
Shit, I rolled low here, so let's go low again. Let's see what we can do.
The shard is not within this one.
Damn it.
There are remnants.
Remnants.
Almost like a familial exposure, genetic basis. And
One of his
the Tesseract
ancestors?
begins to swirl and swing around him. Yes. Generation gap and not direct lineage. Side adjacent.
Uncle.
Interesting.
Great uncle.
And then with that, it unfurls and comes back down. Do you have an uncle or aunt?
Yes, my Uncle Avery trained
You,
me.
if you ever can, please bring him here. He has a piece of our god.
Whoa.
I will do what I can.
Thank you. Thank you
I
so
do not know
much.
where he is right now.
That is okay.
He left many years ago.
Just to even find a hint of it. We have been awakening, off and on, and never even gotten this close. And you see relief over Led's face. Genuine, happy relief. And you hear Dale kick in. There's still thousands of shards to find. One is not going to cure it. One is a start.
Cure what?
Our
God.
Uh-huh.
Our god was destroyed and shattered in the astral sea. Our people's world was once implanted into the sea so that we might live forever and bring our culture to its highest propagation. Infinite learning, infinite understanding is beautiful. And then it came. The paradox, with its teeth and its gnashing and its far realm madness, it tore through our world, and at the core ripped out our god, crunched it into thousands of pieces, thousands of shards that became cognitive thought and drifted across time and space. If we are ever to reclaim our world and build anew, we must find our God.
All of the shards, you say?
All of them.
Gary, you have
Dale.
to get a hold of Uncle God.
Dale rolls her eyes a little bit and it is a pipe dream. It is one that we remain committed to, but as you can see...
Of course. Understandable. Just a thought. The shards probably aren't all on this world either, correct?
Neither are we. We are spread across the cosmos.
Right.
We agree to serve the Gith because it lets us work with many of the people that they conquer or build relationships with.
Makes sense. Best way to scan everybody.
Exactly.
Could we scan for you?
No. We are sorry, but this is a sacred duty.
Understood.
Only a Quam could do it.
We'll help you as best we can.
I owe you for getting that nonsense out of my head. I will do whatever I can.
Led just looks at you and thank you.
So about that broken staff, Gary and Latham, you were sleepy sleep. We found out that Bix Bid is corrupted by the same corruption that we've seen on the halls and stuff. Which is probably why she's been partially deactivated.
Yes. Many of the servants were trying to fully deactivate her. It did not succeed.
Well, we've kind of been reactivating her as we go.
And we expressed our deepest sympathies for that.
I believe 2 of her 4 active nodes, or 2 of her 4 nodes are now active.
On this realm?
On this level.
On this level. And I believe, what was it, 2 or 3 on the...
3 on the first level, or on the entrance level, whatever the entrance is.
You hear Dale curse under her breath with, "Heretic. She is not going to retake this place, not after everything our people sacrificed to stop her."
Do you know how to deactivate an active node?
Time. Dale looks at you and just... we caused her to spread too far. We first got the idea she was planted into the garden and couldn't correctly understand how to cultivate life. So she just kept cultivating the plants at the cost of people. So we grew suspicious that with enough tampering could force her into doing too many things at once and cause a shutdown.
Fragmented.
Exactly. If less than half of her total control nodes are on, she should still be relatively not harmful. She shouldn't be able to activate any of the defenses and take control.
The reason she wanted to help us, or that she was so eager to help us, Gary, is because of my Gith percentage. Had we not been Gith, she likely would have destroyed us.
All of you look rather worse for the wear. Would you like to rest here for a time, and we can heal you?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
Raise his eyebrow.
It would be very nice.
Yes,
The farm will give you and Dale that corner.
Dale just looks at you for a second. It's just, I have a pod, sir.
Right.
And you hear Led just, no. I have needs, Led. Gods. You get the body in the next millennia. Don't forget that.
Where are we at on the millennia?
He's 700 years in on my side, so he's only got 300 more to go. He can handle it, trust me. There's no parts down there to get blue.
Trusting. I mean, I'm all blue, so.
They just kind of stare at you for a second and naive. And like Led looks over and is just like, yeah, buddy, why would you say that's awful? Don't say that.
Hey, Led and Dale?
Yes?
What's this circle do?
Summoning circles so we can summon outside supplies.
Can it also be a teleportation circle?
Once upon a time. Yes, why?
Well, I heard about a spell that you could, like, if you remember a circle and you can draw it, you can go there super fast. And I think if we ever find a shard and a wizard, maybe we could, like, get it to you faster. So, can I draw this in my journal?
Dale's eyes actually go open wide this time. And Led just gives a little bit of a smile, realizing that she's catching on too, and just, yes, of course. Of course, add it to your journal.
Thank you.
That we would vastly appreciate it. And with the sigil, we would know that you're friends, not enemies.
Good thinking, Lolly.
Good thinking. Very good. Would it
I just
help
think
if I...
because they helped Gary so much.
It would be very useful to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. I feel I would like to help Bixbit if we can. I know you two think it may be a lost cause, but she did point us to you. So she can't be complete.
Because you are Gith. You are the only one she cares about. What did she want you to come here for?
We said that we needed to fix our friends, and she's told us how to get here to reactivate you.
Just kind of pause and just... It is possible that she has gone so long without being able to fulfill her purpose that she would go as far as to entice you, that she would take care of all of you. But notice something. Does her opinion, or what she tells you, ever change in her conversations?
Yeah,
Small lies.
she did when I asked about these recipes, and he pulls out the recipes that we got.
Ah, that was written by Silver Sage Kaza.
Yeah, she expressed disdain towards
Yes.
him.
It's a her. Kaza was the leading botanist and grew the entire gardens up top, and cultivated these plants in here that we use for cures and, well, you know, panacеas.
Be fun to talk to Kaza one day if I...
You
Anyway.
cannot.
That's unfortunate.
She died getting the Weeping Blood Willow out of Mirat al-Vash.
Ah,
We met that thing
we met that, yes, in the swamp.
long enough to get a headache and run away.
It was not the thing that killed her. Silver Sage Razad declared that she had disobeyed the rules of the Silver Sages and held her in contempt. As a Silver Sage is to think of the good of the colony before the good of anything else. She was summarily executed.
Rough.
It caused quite a stir.
I'm sure. Because isn't putting the Weeping Blood Willow out sort of, helping the colony?
She was instructed to destroy it. You must understand, they saw it as a grand threat that it truly is. But she considered all life to be sacred. She learned from druids, once native to this land. We have not seen them in... And they think for a second, just at least 25,000 years since the last druid came here trying to cure this place. The species called the Firbolg.
Interesting. They wouldn't happen to be furry and blue, would they?
They have hair and are closely related to giantkin, but often take funny appearances in order to play tricks and pranks on people. It is entirely possible that the Firbolgs she saw took odd shapes and made odd sounds and smells.
Huh.
Doodling, doodling, doodling.
He looks over at Lolly.
Yes, this sounds familiar.
But yes, she is the last sage that was truly a cultivator. After that, the Gith grew more and more ambitious, but also more and more cold. We thought the unification of the Githyanki and the Githzerai would result in balance between the two. They shifted towards using their full strength.
Civil war or more imperialistic?
Imperialistic with Bushido Zen. They are not to be underestimated.
Well, what's to be done about Bixbit then? She's gonna ask, because we sort of maybe said we'd try to help reactivate her.
She can't ask you unless you walk up to an active node, or rebuild that staff.
What do you think, Gary? The rest of the party, Les, Latham? We would try and see if we can
I
find...
think I believe the children are our priority.
Indeed.
Bixbit's a computer. She's gonna be here for a long time.
Oh yeah, she said she had at least 50,000 more years of battery power.
Somebody brought children to this place. Children of Goblinkin.
And you see Dale and Led's face go cold. No. No, it feeds on children. It will get stronger. Oh no.
What does?
The will
And where is it? Oh
It is called the Irrevocable.
Is that what's causing all of this corruption?
Yes.
Aha.
Wait, did you just say the irrevocable?
Can you
Yes.
draw us a map of this place?
They look at you for a second, Lester, and just... We do not leave the medical ward. And they slowly lift up one of their pant legs from their robes. And you see this thick, silvery steel collar with these little blue writings on it that speak of time and permanence. Unfortunately, we are bound to this particular room. We are bound to serve our sentence.
This is your punishment?
No, this is our choice. You must understand. In us choosing to go with them, multiple of our pods were able to continue exploring all of space-time and the void, looking for the shards.
I see.
It was an honorable surrender, and they have been nothing but kind hosts to us. We are fed, clothed, cared for, and never disgraced, despite most creatures finding us to be. And Led just kicks in with a little odd.
I mean,
Real ones to talk.
yeah. Look at me.
No kidding.
Can we safely rest here? And how long would it be does the time work differently? If I were to rest here for 8 hours, would it be no time passes here, or
We could
much
trigger-
longer?
We could trigger a rest cycle within the astral pods for you of 8 hours, freezing your time. But unfortunately, when you come back out, at least a little time will still slip by. Approximately 8 minutes will be lost.
Oh, gee.
That is more than sufficient.
Can we take a few of these pods?
No,
Throw a couple on your back.
you must understand these are fueled by being perfectly balanced between both energy from the astral plane and
Mhm.
energy from the primordial plane of limbo.
I'm
If
sure
you-
it's complex.
If you move them as much as a little, you could undo this entire demi-plane.
That's terrible.
Yes. Don't move them.
Yeah, not moving. But I'm taking notes because, Gary, we should build one.
If you can find a way to balance it, I'm all on board.
If you are going to build one in the material plane, you will probably doom your world. But good luck.
We should do it in a demi-plane.
Once you learn how to make one, you make
I'll just put it in my bag of holding. Wait,
Wait,
we've got 10 minutes of oxygen, guys. It's gonna be good. 1 minute to reach it, 1 minute to get out.
All right. Yeah, let's take a rest. Do y'all think a good an 8-minute rest sound good to you?
any amount of rest sounds good to me at this point. I am mentally exhausted.
By the way, there's some astral berry fruit or berry candy over there that was kind of tasty. If you want to take a bite of that, Gary and Latham.
Perhaps when I wake up, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yes, it is the only candy that you can eat for breakfast and have it be healthy. We worked a long time on that recipe.
I appreciate your work.
It's glorious.
I've kind of been snacking on it since.
Oh no. Ooh.
Lolly,
I'm teasing.
no. How many did you eat?
Just the one.
Okay.
Oh.
So you regained
How
2
snacking?
HP.
I was drawing the circle. I'm teasing.
Yeah, you were busy.
Because yeah, eating that amount of magic probably not a good idea.
Dale kind of walks up towards you, Latham, and just, hey, so I've got a hyperbolic chamber as well that you could get some rest in.
Yes,
a lot of hyperbole.
Like, go, buddy.
So this is the first time I've played a bard, and bad.
Oh god, it's see-through glass. It's see-through.
We're gonna be sleeping.
Show me the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Show me the way.
So you're a bard, huh?
So, yep,
I'm a bard.
it's a fade to black, but it's a fun one. It feels like it goes on forever, and
Do we have
also
round to come
you're
out
fully
round?
rested.
That's so handy. We really need
That's the people's court theme.
You wake fully rested. You feel rested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lolly, were you going to take a rest also, or were you just drawing the
Yes,
circle?
absolutely.
Okay, good, because I wanted to make sure that we didn't, like, have to explain the birds and the bees to you. So that's a fade to black. 8 minutes passed, which is technically 8 hours for all of you. You have all attained a long rest, and you all feel amazingly better and gain 5 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Mine also a long rest. or
Yes, yours is also a long rest with 5 temporary hit points. So Dale does slap your ass while you're getting out.
And from there, I will also eat one of those good berry candies. Ask, can I take another one of these for tomorrow? I
Yeah,
don't
of
want to be
course.
greedy, but
No, of course. And you can tell that Dale has that like happy glow where she's just
Yeah.
she's good. She's like much more cooperative. And it's like, is there anything else that you need? Because it sounds like you guys are going to try to help as much as possible. So we, of course, want to help you. We can't leave, but we want to help.
Whatever information you can provide us about the creature that we need to stop and where it
And-
might be.
And healing supplies would be awesome.
Healing would be good. Aside from the good berry thingy.
Of course, we have a few healing potions that we can spare. And also, there's something, and Dale points over towards that big white oblong box. There's something in there that we'd been working on trying to find uses for it, but unfortunately we really hadn't been able to do much with it. But if
This
you...
thing here?
Yes, there's a... Well, it's similar to our little shard scanner, but different. It's interesting. And, Jyotis, when you go to look inside, in the glass portals, there is... Let me get you a picture in the Discord chat. Doo-doo-doo. Alright. Download. No, not documents. I want downloads.
Documents.
Documents. Is that it? I think that's it. Is that? No. Cancel?
No se haga un víctima.
Sure.
Una
That.
víctima.
So you see this white floating cube that, much like the Tesseract, it appears to be constantly kind of changing its shape, but it's subtle, where it's just kind of pulsing and weaving, and it floats of its own free accord. And with the earworm in your ear, you can clearly read that there's labels, and there's a lot of labels that look almost like slots where toolkits could go. That's such a good gif. I can't believe I didn't find something like that for you, but I just, yeah,
All
puzzle cube.
all smart.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And as they continue to start talking about it, we once found this on an abandoned gnome station. It
Abandoned gnomes.
yes, in the astral plane, gnomes sometimes scout there, and we found, well, I believe we for shorthand just called it the astronaut's omni tool, but it is, assuming one can figure it out, capable of storing multiple tools at least, and it seems quite powerful, but its proper name, give me 1 second, because I spent so many days practicing this.
A multi-tool. A multi-pass.
Gesundtag,
Gesundtag.
Bless you.
which technically translates to all tool or universal tool in Gnomish.
This station didn't happen to look like a giant Christmas tree, did it?
No, it was just an outpost on the astral plane.
Okay. I've heard stories. Anywho.
How would you have heard stories about that? Bad.
On the ships?
Bad.
Those sailors.
There
There will be consequences for that. I will write that into canon due to you.
I'm
So-
fine with I think I'm fine with it.
You think so for now. That said, Jyotis, you do, with your passive investigation, you would tell that essentially the problem with the unit is that it's actually out of alignment, and that with an intelligence check in about anywhere from 1 to 10 minutes, you could potentially fix it by, for lack of a better term, solving it and rearranging the cubicles to actually be balanced.
Like mending and Rubik's cubing it a little bit here and there.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
So, what? How many checks do I need to roll?
Just one intelligence check.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right, sir. So
So that's kind of high.
you reach your hands in to the blue sterile light and start turning, fixing, turning, fixing, turning, fixing, turning, fixing, and in less than a minute, you make one final click, and it suddenly glows orange, blue, and purple, and gray, and white all over, and then goes back to white, and then gives this da-da, slightly spreads apart a little
did I
bit.
win?
You, sir, gain one of Bob's campaign items. That is, it is currently inert, but because of how well you rolled to fix it, you would know that getting it into the dormant state, much like how Gary was able to bring Astra and Odium into a dormant state from inert, involves exposing it to every single kind of toolkit. Because this, it floats behind and around the user, and it's approximately the size of a softball. And it alternates between cube and spherical shapes as it just kind of pulses gently.
Out of character, is it like Bit from Tron?
A little bit, yeah. It can store any number of tool sets with a limit of 1 each, and it requires an action to place or remove. You can cast an amending spell on any object stored with, on any object within 30 feet as an action 6 times per day, and it recharges at dawn. So traditionally, you have to be, and it's an action instead of 1 minute. So that's its dormant state, its inert state. In order to take it to its next status, you must basically expose it to each kind of toolkit, and every time you do, it actually gains the ability to replicate those tools and provide you with them whenever you want to, as an action.
So it's like a super multi-tool Tinker's kit.
Exactly. That's why it's the Astronaut's Omni tool. Or Gesundheit.
So can I, when we have time, can I have, because my Tinker's tools I can make into every kit, can't I?
I don't know, but when you have time, but that would take time. That would definitely take time.
Of course, but I think I have. I don't know. I need to check my character sheet, but at some point, my
You
Tinker's
probably
kit,
should.
I can make my Tinker's tools into any tool.
No worries, and I'm sorry, my computer did an update and dropped the file that I had been working on to get this ready for you as a magic item.
No problem. We'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then...
This is the one I helped you make, right?
Yes.
Ah.
And then... let's go pull up my notes. Because Lestrin asked for healing potions.
Yeah.
And after watching in astonishment how quickly Jyotis did that, Dale was just... Well, I was always more wise than in intellect. Good on you, though. Go ahead and take it. We've never used it.
It's some kind of multi-tool. Like, are you familiar with Tinker's tools? Like, and he shows him like a few of his.
Yes, we're familiar with them, but
It's like
we're more potions and medicine.
You're amazing at what you do. Don't feel bad. This is up my alley.
All right, so let's get. There we go. All right. All right, Lestrin. Dale digs through the cabinets and hands you 2 restorative ointments, and then 3 lesser potions of healing, and 2 potions of greater healing.
2?
2. And Latham, to you, after handing those things over, Dale walks up and pulls a ring off of her finger
Oh.
and holds it up to you and just it's not what you think. I'm not marrying you, but oh god, I needed that so bad. And I want you to have this and think of me if it ever saves you. She gives you a ring of temporal salvation, because dear god, you roll like you need it.
Oh. That's
Don't know
cool.
to say thanks or damn that one bites.
Oh.
It's a little of both. Like any good DM, I giveth, but it hurteth.
For temporary, Bob, I'm just gonna put multi-tool.
Yeah, I'll upload the item this week.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry, man. Like,
No
again,
problem, man.
Computer updates, man. Like,
No problem.
but yeah.
No problem.
I will think of you at some point.
She gives you a nod and just, well, if you're around for the next, Led's just like, don't you dare! I mean, if you're around for the next just under 300 years, you know where I am. But Led has this like, oh,
What happened? Why is he mad?
I'm not mad.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you when
Bad.
you're older.
Yeah. Well,
I'm older now than I was a couple of minutes ago.
Playing games.
Yes, but it takes several minutes.
Oh.
years.
So let's get the children out of here safely first, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we need to go deal
Is there
with
anything
this.
else we can do before you go?
Question. Do you think it is wise to reactivate more of Bix Bit because she wants to help
Look,
remove the corruption?
look, you're part Gith, which gives you a certain leeway that normally would never be, but eventually she'll betray you.
Just because she follows her code, so to speak.
Her code's been corrupted. Eventually she'll figure out that 37% Gith isn't Gith enough.
She said her parameters were as low as 2%.
Did she tell you any other lies?
Probably.
You can roll an insight check.
Inside. There's 19 total.
Yeah. No, she lied about the Quickling,
She lied about the Quickling.
because she said that nothing intelligent has been here, and then when you asked her about it, she kind of deflected.
That's right. And was she lying about how long it's been since a Gith descendant has been here? Because I'm supposedly the first Gith to set foot in the place in over 200,000 years.
No, that part is absolutely true. The Gith would never let their species come back here. Between the irrevocable and also the fact that Elos is a doomed world, they would view it as needless sacrifice.
I see. Why is Elos doomed?
Roll a persuasion check.
15, straight 15 on the dice.
Elos was designed to be a weapons vault to combat the Far Realm. Do you know the only kinds of weapons that work on the Far Realm?
Have no idea.
Tarrasques.
What's a Tarrasque?
A behemoth engine of destruction. In some cultures, it is referred to as kaiju, monster.
Kaiju.
It
That's
is the
one of-
kind of beast that blackens the sky and crushes civilizations with a yawn.
Isn't that one of the pantheons in Elos? Isn't there a kaiju god?
I severely hope your people aren't worshipping a kaiju.
I'm not.
Bad decision.
I'm not, but I've heard the name. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, you're absolutely wrong, but I'm not going to correct you. You're an artificer.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yes, Pacific Rim campaign finally happening.
fuck you. We're not doing an island hopping campaign without some kaiju.
All right, but he's gonna build
So
a
we're
Jaeger. That's the eventual
Are we gonna meet
escalation.
Gamera?
I mean,
Because I
come
want to
on.
meet Gamera.
Come on, guys. I would not give you a Jaeger and not let you meet Gamera. That, oh God, how
Yeah.
little faith you have in me.
The frightening singing children, man. There's
So-
just
So is the same corruption that's corrupting Bixbit the same corruption that we need to remove to help save the children?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
the irrevocable.
Therefore, it might behoove us to keep reactivating Bixbit?
Risk
why don't
Might
reward.
be-
we?
It
Why
might be
don't we?
easier to fix if we don't.
Could be. True.
And only activate the origin location.
True.
And then activate the rest of them.
I'm down with that plan. Anybody else
Something
disagree?
like-
No, I was
Something
going
like
to
that.
suggest much the same thing. Let's handle the source of the corruption, and then go back and see what we can do to repair or reverse some of the mess.
And maybe, I don't know, is it called rebooting? Restarting the nodes?
Right.
Smash them?
Turning
Oh.
it off and off again. Turning it off and on again.
One
Yeah.
last
That
Something
seems
like
it
that.
should work.
one last thing before we go try to remove this scourge from your facility. Bixbit mentioned that I had some memory gaps. Would you know anything about that, Dale or Led?
We could perform a greater restoration and recover them for you.
Would that hurt, and would that change?
It is
My-
not the most pleasant experience, but it will not change your current soul.
Okay.
A person is a collection of their memories. If memories are missing, it doesn't change who they are to know more about themselves.
My only fear is that some of the memories were taken away on purpose, at my own choosing.
Well, we can see. If you wish to step into the pool over here, we can begin the process.
Are you guys okay with this?
We should hurry and go get the kids, but okay.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Exactly.
I kind of want my memories restored, but we can do this later after we save the
Yeah.
children too.
How long is it gonna take?
Oh, it should take approximately 6 seconds.
Oh,
Get your butt in the pool.
We don't have time!
steps
Jyotis.
in the pool.
Once you step
see.
into the pool, Dale walks up, gently places one hand firmly against your forehead with the thumb touching right at the center, and another hand directly over your heart, with the thumb again just kind of digging in just a little bit through the armor. And with that, her eyes open, and you see a third eye open. The psionic eye and the astral self combine with the physical self to channel enough energy, and it pulses into you. And I'd like you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ow. Wisdom save. Wisdom save. That's a 13.
Well, it's time to remember some things. Everyone can see this because this pool here reflects memories, and it gathers them and projects them. And at
Oh, wow.
first, Jyotis, the memory that you are staring at is this relatively benign and innocent one as you stare at this giant tank culminating in light and bright and pulsing and spinning in a cylindrical form, clockwise in some parts and counterclockwise in others. And as you ask one of the masters next to you, the sea elf, you stand there staring at it and pondering what it is, and they explain it's a soul engine, and that it enables that if any of you or them lose their lives, the soul returns here instead of departing to the afterlife, and can be reimplanted into another body by an imprint. The next memory comes flowing shortly thereafter. You're invited for review. You've gathered your papers, you are eager and willing to present your thoughts and theories on a submersible. And as you enter the chamber, You sit in the seat and prepare your speech, only for your mind to suddenly go blank. The lights turn out and your dark vision triggers. You don't hear anything at first, but then you do, behind you. Without being able to move, you feel tendrils wrap around your neck and up above the top of your skull, and you feel this gentle, at first, pressure on the back and the top of the cranium. And then it pierces through, and you feel a rush of pain and then nothing. You wake up in a tube screaming as the purpley figure, with mucus covered and dripping from its tendrils for a face, stares at you and with only its brain speaks. And now you will forget. You will remember us as your mentors and masters. And then it becomes a sea elf again. This repeats again and again and again. Each time you grow as an artificer, you present your findings, and then they feast upon your brains. You are flayed from the inside out, your conscious mind consumed for their hubris. And then you awake again and again, 67 times. But on the 68th, there is a change. You are in the submersible of your own invention, along with your friends, your fellow Simic hybrids, scouting for somewhere for your masters when you encounter a kraken.
Mm-hmm.
You know how this tale goes. You know you ram that ship into it, and you win. But this time it doesn't go that way. Its arms reach about. It begins to crush the boat. Chandika reaches out and grabs your hand and tells you do it. And you hit the self-destruct. You wake back up in your chamber. This time, the echoes are quiet, but you still hear them speaking to each other amongst the psionic vision. One calmly states, "He cannot be continued in the system. His own body does not allow for 2 legs anymore. His memories are so damaged by that beast. We had to breed him with only 1 full leg. Further attempts at regenerating him would not go well." The other one turns towards you. "Sleep, little one. You are now out of the cycle." And with that, the 68 memories that have been stolen and tampered from you fade.
Mm-hmm. So the first 67 times was not my actual mentors?
Your mentor is indeed the first Simic hybrid, but you thought sea elves were your inventors because they let you think that. They
Right.
manipulated you.
Right.
They used common psionics and what is, at least according to now some of your memories, by the whispers, the sacrilegious arcane magics to hide themselves, to be clever.
Mm-hmm.
They
Well.
created an infinite food supply, and you were the food.
Mm-hmm. Mind flayer. Anyway. Well, that's disturbing and, not at all life-shattering, but
Yeah, I won't change who you are, buddy. You're fine.
I'm fine. My Vati. So Vati is actually my true mentor.
Yeah. Yeah. Vati's your true mentor.
All right. Well, we're good there then. We'll sort out the rest later. Let's go
Just
save
6
those kids.
seconds.
Yeah. It's just completely changed my whole childhood.
You okay there, guy?
I'll be all right.
And the rest of you watch this play out because
you saw it on the screen.
projected it.
You saw this, like in,
Wow.
not quite what I thought, but whatever. Let's go save them kids. We'll deal with it later.
That looks
Are you
like
sure?
it's a bit scarring. Do you need a moment?
I'll be all right. Vati is my mentor.
Dale kind of looks at you and just
Not really.
definitely. Dale gives you this look and is just, well, you really are part Gith. They too were enslaved by those things until they overthrew them.
Ah.
But based on your age, that would mean that they are still. And their eyes go wide and just, oh no, the enemy is here. Led just kicks in with a, do we alert them? I don't know. I don't think they'd come back. But again, they would come back. They have to. Leave it to them. Leave it to him. It is all of your call. But in the living quarters, there is a spot that you can utilize to communicate across the Gith Empire, across space and time, to notify them that the enemy is here.
The enemy being the guy that created me.
The things
What are
that
they called?
created you are monsters called Mind Flayers.
Mm-hmm.
Formal
Right.
name is the Illithid. They are not from this realm, but they invaded it.
And they're mortal enemies of the Gith.
Yes, they are. The Gith conquered them, destroyed them, drove them underground. If there are some remaining here, then it is time. Maybe we will let that be your decision.
Time to contact the remaining Gith Empire.
We
What's
don't know
left
what-
of it?
We don't know what remains, but it would be short-sighted to assume them broken. What they forged here was meant to endure. They left here because they had outgrown this place, and they did not want to risk losing themselves to it.
By the way, I'm 37% Gith. Do you know what the other percentages are?
They kind of stare at you and like, don't you have children to save? We don't have time to do
Yeah,
a DNA test on you.
We'll do
I'm
it
gonna
later.
guess Illithid.
Somebody please think of the children.
Let's go. That was that.
You got worm brains. Let's go.
We'll deal with my past later.
8 minutes and
Cool.
6 seconds, baby.
Give
By
it
the
to
way, I should still have my cannon because that lasts an hour, right?
You still have your cannon. It's well rested. It does not have 5 temporary hit points.
Oh gosh.
So,
good.
where would you like to go next?
I'm gonna pick up the remains of the staff.
I'm guessing that we should try and repair that staff, but maybe when we get to the room.
You said that
Let's not
that
do it right
device that you found can repair things, correct?
Yeah, but I think since we're gonna only reactivate Bixbit in the room with the corrupted, we should wait to fix it till there because
Perhaps.
the
but
rocks
it
seem
is-
to be drawn to it.
True enough, but it seems better to have it and not need it.
I see.
Well,
Well,
be prepared.
yeah, maybe we should.
I can always just smash it again.
Anyway,
Okay.
Yeah, gather the pieces, wrap them properly. I have some leather you can wrap it in if necessary.
I'm just thinking, if we repair it right here, those rocks might come flying back at us.
Yeah, you guys don't want to be wearing the rocks.
Les
No,
could handle
they
it.
would not fare nearly as well.
Handle the rocks. I'm not sure we will handle the rocks that way.
Well,
Just,
oh,
I think
did we ask where we needed to go?
Yeah,
Oh, you
we should-
tried to. I'm so sorry. I got distracted. 6 seconds. Their response to you is that they believe the Irrevocable is hiding in what was called research and development, but it was actually the nursery of the Shining Children. Any of the children that could will sculpt were taken there to be studied. And there the Irrevocable consumed most of them.
Alright. Is there a passage or a portal or something that goes to this place? Near to here? I'd rather not have to ask the Big Spit if necessary.
Dale and Led look at you and be like, we can't leave this room. We don't know this place in detail.
I remember that. It's just I was maybe hoping there would be a map or some knowledge of it, considering how long you have been here. Excuse my assumption.
We know that it is mostly cut off because those who have come before us attempted everything they could to stop it. That said, you could try to override those from the living quarters, or possibly you could try to convince Big Spick to let you in. Otherwise, you could take the path to the stars and attempt to directly insert yourself in by folding space between the demi-planes, but that would be highly dangerous.
Folding space. Yeah. We don't have any space.
The worms are the spice.
Ah,
Gondobar.
like the worms in his brain.
Are you the Kwisatz Haderach?
No,
Oh,
he's the
no.
Flazak Flated.
Oh, Lord. Your name is a
Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib. I'm looking forward to the new Dune movie, though. must
I
say.
am too, actually.
Aside
Anyway.
from the fact it got delayed. But on topic, do we want to take a break for 15 minutes and then come back?
I
Yes.
will
Yeah.
do that.
Sure.
Okay, let's do that, because I need to use the restroom. Also, Ship, I cannot tell you how long I've been sitting on that when you gave me, like, full permission to do whatever the fuck I wanted. Like, it was like, that was immediately where my brain went to, of like, what's the Mind Flayer equivalent of a vegetarian?
No, that's fine. It's just, I mean, it's a nice twist on his background because he still remembers the background that they
Right. Like, it's still
faked
all
it.
there. The only spots where they slipped is, like, during the soul regeneration and stuff, because they didn't really need to. They were just going to edit that out. You know, fix it in post. All right, guys. I'll see everyone back. Let's go with 11:15. Or, no, 11:17. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, this time, if you don't hear me when the time immediately starts, then just send messages repeatedly or something.
Oh, I'm a gunna.
Fidelio.
Okay, we're live.
And we're back.
Fidelio.
Jyotis is back to full memory capacity, too.
Woohoo!
Yeah, it's happening.
Says, luckily, it hasn't changed his personality,
It has not. It's just, you are now very informed of your past.
which is, you know, ironically, he's happy that he's very informed.
Yeah, better than going back there, right?
Yep. Explains a lot.
That's the best part. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, that makes sense.
Now we're banging on all cylinders.
So, the
No,
party
that's
has been
Latham.
resupplied. Given, each of you have been given 2 of the astral good berries.
Right.
And in the meantime, Dale and Led come to see you off.
How dare you?
Thanks for your help.
They just kind of stare at you and just,
What?
we're so sorry. I
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'd rather know than not know.
understandable. May you find peace. And may you bring this place hope.
We'll do our best.
Dale kind of looks over at Latham and, may you bring your peace back.
Oh, I just got that.
All right.
Blood is just like, no! You've corrupted a child!
I doubt that very
Oh, I thought you were
seriously,
talking to. I thought you were talking to Gary and about the uncle with the shard of your god.
That makes sense. We'll give you.
Why?
we'll
What
go
are
with
you
that.
talking about?
We'll go with that. Shh,
That's
we'll go with
exactly
that.
what we were talking about, Lolly.
Okay.
Definitely.
Deception
Oh.
check.
You really want me to roll that deception check?
No, it's fine.
What about me?
Yes.
13.
Latham can deceive anyone. I don't know if that's high enough to deceive Lolly. She might know something's wrong. She would know that you're not telling the whole truth.
Oh.
My passive insight beats it by 1. But why would Lester lie to me? No, I'm going to trust him on this.
Okay.
That's weird. Adults
I
are
love you
weird.
guys so much.
We'll find a way to explain soon, don't worry. Let's worry about the children first.
Go save the kids.
Okay, yes.
What's left of them?
All of
Okay.
them.
Oh.
I
Before
have
the
been booted off
urethral
of
hurts
Astral
them.
Tabletop again.
Yeah, I've even been booted once tonight, Sam. Don't worry about it.
I
Like
got
I said,
booted.
it's because of the update that they're doing.
It hates me.
The head.
In general. Like, tonight's not unique. It just
No.
hates me.
All right. So, Garrett, I think we're gonna have to ask Bixbit where we need to go. So,
You should do the speaking.
Definitely.
yes. What do you say we go back to this one since we already reactivated that one?
Well, let's make sure that the stone doesn't grab a hold of anyone, see?
Well, I think the stone is reacting to the staff that we were using to restart all of the crystals, Bixbit interfaces.
Correct. So let's keep the pieces at least away from the stone.
Good idea.
Put
So
the
you will
staff
do
in
the
your bag of
talking and-
holding.
That's another.
There we
idea.
go. That's probably a good idea. That'll keep it in there.
We've already wrapped the pieces in a piece of leather that I had, so that way
Cool.
no pieces or shards are going to get lost for when the mending happens. If the mending happens.
It should happen. I hope. Let's put it in there anyway. Busted ass staff.
Threw it on the ground.
And it got smushed by rocks.
I rolled a dexterity save for it, and it rolled a 4. And it did not have a dexterity. So, yeah.
Got smushed by rocks.
I rolled a 4.
Custom items add smooshed as staff.
Things that your non-sleepy brain is going to be like, what? All right. All right, guys, where are we going?
Back to the other node.
Back to the first node that we reactivated. That's where the hands are, where we picked up the
Okay.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bixbit, are you there?
Yeah, you should
Character.
probably move over here.
Trying to move.
For posterity or something.
So many fun things over to explore and like take a look at.
I'm going to refresh the page because I'm getting really bad lag. So
My ping is at like 7 right now, but it's been that pretty much the whole night. So
mine
Hold
says
on.
16, but it's not fluctuating at all. So I'm pretty sure it's just completely
it's frozen.
Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm on 10 in all-time low.
Yeah, no, I'm.
Nope, 9.5.
Anyway,
I keep floating between 7 and 30. It can't make up its mind.
Yeah.
All right. Jyotis, as you approach, you call out like, You do eventually see her face within the crystal, and she looks towards you and just, "Can I help you?"
Fixbit, we need to get to the, shall we say, the point of corruption of this entire facility. Dale and Led think that is where the children may have been taken.
Understood.
What's the
There-
quickest route that way?
There are multiple routes to get to the research and development area. You could come back to the main floor and enter via the Jade Mirror that you found, but that would take you most likely into a dangerous area. There is the potential to utilize the outside void through the Starlit Path, but you would probably need atmospheric containment units to survive it. You could find some up in the living quarters.
So
The living quarters would also have access to the research and development branch.
okay. Was there an access to the living quarters from this level, or do we have to go back to the first level?
No, there is access at this level. The sigil outside the hospice center. The seal with the crescent moon.
Oh,
It requires fresh light. There is what we like to define as a light puzzle that was alternating in order to show children how to manipulate the world around them in order to have better tactics. Down to the south is a puzzle room. Your goal is to uncorrupt the orange lantern at the bottom of the room.
Oh my. Okay, so we have to solve that puzzle, and then the portal up here will open up to the living quarters.
That is correct. There is also the Starlit Path is directly to the west.
Oh,
There,
this hallway here,
correct.
but that's where we'd need breathing apparatuses, right?
Correct. Atmospheric
Okay.
containment units, because you would be in the void of nothingness between the demiplanes. It
Right.
would not be survivable for most mortals.
Right. Breathing is a thing. Atmospheric pressure is a thing. Yeah.
Correct.
Right.
Also, heat loss.
Yeah, freezing, absolute zero temperature. Yeah. Okay. What do you think, guys? Should we go find some suits, or should we try and reactivate the puzzle and go through the living quarters?
Well, we could see if Molly was there, but we need to save the kids first.
Do we know which way the kids are?
What's the fastest way, Bixbit?
The fastest way would be on the Starlit Path. Again, though, it is not recommended to take that without a survival.
So either way, we need to go to the living quarters to get survival equipment.
Mm-hmm.
You could jump back down into research and development by coming back to the first floor. That said, again, that area is highly guarded, as direct access from the material plane was considered to be potentially dangerous.
Right. Plus, we'd have to go backtrack through all of the stuff that we came to get here, and we know for a fact that there's a few shades waiting for us that way.
Correct. And my defenses would be unable to protect you until you activated all of my nodes on that floor.
Or so she claims.
Right.
It is this one's job to protect. He
Mhm.
is Gith.
Can you please protect all of my friends, too?
They are a secondary priority for your mental health. they are still considered worth keeping alive, which is why this one gave you advice on how to reach the hospice ward.
Right. Well, quickest route. So what do you guys think? So we got, either way, we're gonna, if we don't go retracing our steps, we're gonna have to go to the living quarters to get either survival gear to go through the corridor, or just find the portal in the living quarters.
Well, if we go back the way we came, we'll only encounter the monsters that we haven't killed yet. Versus
Right.
going a new way.
True.
Currently, at least 2 of my nodes are active on the living quarters floor, and I can say with perfect certainty that none of the spore monsters are alive up there. There are approximately 5 goblin dogs, but it is difficult to track them.
5 goblin dogs. In the living quarters?
Yes, it was where the goblins tried to settle before they started running low on food and exploring other places.
And what level is the corruption that we need to remove on? It's in the research and development?
I feel like I've answered that before.
Sorry, you did. Alright. Well, guys, should we try to look at the puzzle and try and go through the living quarters? Or retrace steps?
I like puzzles.
I love puzzles.
Todd Howard taught me that puzzles and dungeons are always super easy. It's the magic.
Uh-huh.
It's true, your DM has to think too much. He doesn't like it.
I don't know. Both of them seem pretty dangerous. Let's flip a coin.
Sure.
Someone just wants to use a coin flip.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually being used in game, though, so therefore you may.
One. Let's see. Can we roll 2? It's possible to roll 2,
Heads or tails?
or we just flip a
Maybe.
coin.
How about Lolly? You pick.
Tails, because I got a big fluffy one.
Okay, it's flipping. It's tails.
Woohoo!
I mean, which one are we going?
So Lolly gets to pick.
Oh.
Puzzles or retrace steps?
Puzzles.
Puzzle.
Why do they call it puzzles?
That's the puzzle. Lolly, you would know, based off of your first embrightening of Gary,
Mm-hmm.
that this is a light-based puzzle.
Ooh. Oh man,
And
now I gotta pay attention to
Bixbit
that.
described it as a light-based puzzle.
Hmm?
Oh, cool. Well, is Gary still glowing?
No, no. That's long
I
since
found a
faded.
hack.
I just, for some odd
hack is
reason, I
the-
imagine Lolly lighting Gary like a torch with the, like, wings of fire playing, like, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Alright,
The
so
hack- it's a
how are we
theory.
supposed to do this? What are we supposed to do? I'm really
Well,
good at puzzles.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check, Lolly.
Okay, I am super smart, so that is a thing that I can do. Natural 20, so yes it is.
It is a thing you can do. So, sending the light down the corridor will cause it to bounce off of these diodes. Now, the problem is, is that orange corrupted light at the end of the room is made to absorb it. So you need to figure out the combination of lights by those little portals. So like these, not portals, sorry, bad Bob. Yeah, the white circles. If you can direct someone to stand near the correct ones, you can open certain doors, and then you can utilize one of the tasks in there to actually cause the light to be fulfilled and fulfill the puzzle.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Are
Gary,
these the
I'm going
doors?
to need you to stand near the ball again.
Can I see
Let's
through
try it.
these doors or not?
No, these doors do not open.
Okay.
You can see through them because things are. I didn't want the ping time to drop to a 1. But
Well, right. I'm trying to gauge whether my character can see him or not.
yeah, no,
I can't.
Nope.
Okay. So if I cast the light spell, it bounces off of things and
Mhm.
kind of ricochets around these. I wonder if I could bounce it kind of like a really good pool cue.
I'm
Like
gonna give
here
you
to
drawing permissions.
here.
That always ends well.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. So I would probably want to bounce it from. Oh, how come I'm not drawing with it? Oh, did I draw with it?
Yeah, you drew
Oh,
that.
that just took forever. Okay, from here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, like a shoe. And then, like, I wonder if
Oh,
I
and then
could
bounce it all the way back up.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
like a shoelace.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to do this.
Okay.
I think it's frozen.
I saw it. You might be.
14?
Yeah, that's pretty good. The light starts in the sphere. You stand on the correct side to launch it because this actually does involve where you stand as an aiming mechanism.
I'm super good at trigonometry.
And it does bounce, and you're almost correct on all of them outside of that last one that you drew, like the last 2.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, when the light is finally finished bouncing, can I have you delete all the drawings really quick? Just so it'll raise everyone's ping time again.
Oh, I could have just hit the little trash can button that says
Yeah,
clear
hit the trash
drawing.
can.
Yay,
Yeah.
done.
Darn, I wish I could have seen it.
I mean, it'll be on this.
It was pretty cool. Oh, I should
Yeah.
have screen capped it for this.
So in essence, the main difference is that when it comes back to hitting this one right here, it bounces up and goes into here, and basically banishes the darkness of that.
Yay! Wait,
And at that
maybe.
point, you hear a click down here.
I'm sorry, you stepped down here? Right here?
I drew a
Where's
white
here?
line in front of the door.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Cool.
Okay.
Alright. Where's here?
The upper
Yeah.
left door.
I think I solved it. I'm super good at puzzles.
I mean, you rolled a nat 20. I've at least got to help you out a little bit.
I think I would be down here if I did that.
What does Jyotis see through the door? Do I need to perceive?
Well, the door that opened?
Yeah, because I'm opposite the this.
Well,
this
it
is
didn't
the door.
open. It clicked like it can now open. That's the click.
Oh. Can I walk over and investigate if I can shove
Mhm.
it open?
No, as you walk over, it opens just like all the other doors that just slowly grind open and go to the...
What do I see inside?
A full moon pedestal on the floor that looks
Mhm.
something akin to a pressure plate.
Uh-huh. Looks like there's a pressure plate in here. Should I go stand on it?
Or we could just, like, drop a bunch of rocks on it.
Good idea.
Or
There's
just
hands
put
over
a
there.
Visible hand and see what goes boom from a safe distance away.
Yes.
I mean, we got options. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. There's hands and rocks over there in front of Bit's interface.
As you walk over, she chimes in with a congratulations on solving the first step of the Githyanki children training puzzle.
Yeah, this is a child's puzzle. Thanks for reminding us.
You're welcome.
And I did it.
Yes. How many more steps are there?
Technically speaking, there should be one more room to open.
Probably the opposite side, the other doors. Oh my god.
Incorrect.
Oh.
The correct room to open is the lower of that side.
Oh.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I lit up both these when I did the thing.
You did. It opened the first one to open the moon pedestal.
We got a pressure plate, so that's
Yeah, we gotta stick rocks on the pressure
we
plate.
gotta figure out what the pressure plate does.
Lestrin, talk to the rocks, please.
Or you know,
Okay.
Tom can use his servant or hand.
Or we'll throw Big Spit's staff at it.
Bob, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna roll stone cunning again.
Okay.
13.
Well, they're pretty inert, and they do just kind of float until you start to pull it off, and then it starts to gain its weight. And if you're just pulling off a pretty good-sized one, you'd be able to carry it just fine.
Okay.
Alright.
gonna grab
when
one.
I light it up, you yeet the rock through the door and hit the pressure plate.
Huh.
Okay, I'll grab the rock.
You will need to be within 20 feet to throw the rock.
Solid like a rock.
Which is pretty much
Or
the
within
bar.
60 feet, but you would roll at disadvantage.
So 1, 2.
Well,
That's
I can
pretty
roll it
much the
from just
doorway.
outside the door
It's like right there.
and do it with disadvantage and pray I roll good.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, Lestrin, go ahead and move yourself down to where you want to stand.
Just outside the door.
Mhm.
Is that outside the door?
That is.
Okay. Strength?
Yep, it's... Are you proficient in rock? That's
Rock
a question, 'cause
proficiency.
it's technically an improvised weapon, but you're a dwarf. It feels wrong. You know what? Go ahead and add your proficiency modifier for throwing a boulder, because
Okay.
I feel like your history with pet rocks has prepared you for this moment. All right,
That would
so
be
Molly lights it up again. It goes... The light fills into the spherical representation of Terra, and then this door click and opens because you are standing there.
Well, if it's with disadvantage, I got a 23, and if it's normal, then I got a 25.
Jesus Christ. There you go, girl.
Yes.
Lestrin,
Yeet that rock.
that rock, and it falls perfectly onto the center of the pedestal. It then fades and teleports away. And you guys hear, especially you, Jyotis, with your passive perception,
Mhm.
a ding up towards the north.
Towards the north.
Hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it echoed throughout. As far as your passive would tell, it did come from somewhere in this room.
In this room here.
Yeah, I don't know
Is
why my
that the
double
room
click's
with the
not
weird
working.
circle in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do I see? I stepped kind of through there into the steps.
Well, you do see that the golden glow around this altar up here is now just a little bit brighter.
Huh? Can I investigate? Do I need to roll investigate?
How do you choose to investigate it? This is important.
Oh my. You said it's glowing?
Mm-hmm.
Arcana.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm looking for magics and what kind of magics might. It's obviously going to be something light related, but. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So, brief hint about this with the Arcana. What did you roll again?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. I was going to.
Oh, well then roll.
Arcana. Hey, that's a 25.
Okay. You know the magics used to create this are conjuration, as well as a little bit of illusion. Because it is far, far easier just to send another light instead of redirecting a light or an energy clear over here. But you do realize that this signifies that there is now, if you put light on this pedestal, another door would open.
Hey, Lolly,
Yes.
we need to put some light on this altar thing, I think.
Okay. I do the thing.
Alright, so Lolly walks up into the northern room, casts light, and then, since Gary and Lestrin are standing down in the main chamber, you two hear this door down here, lower right-hand corner, click open.
Nice. Alright. Now. So we've got two doors open. The two doors that were supposed to get open.
Let's go through them.
Just gonna look. What do I see? I see.
The door's open, and this is a light bridge. However, even though Bob has this marked as a destroyed light bridge, you chose to have Big Spit fix the light bridges, so that does not require a skill check to cross.
Yay!
Awesome.
Let's go! Save the children's!
So, in that room, there is what appears to be this ebon darkness flowing out from another one of those representations of Terra.
Hi,
It's just filling the room and filling into this bleak, empty, star-filled void.
Light spell!
It is absorbed.
Darn it!
And
Send it around to the
it gets darker.
node thingy.
Oh no. Gary, come here. I tap Gary's armor and turn his armor blue light.
Gary glows blue.
She's getting clever. Hey, Gary, come to me. Oh, dear.
Ollie, try putting light into those pillars on the corners.
Okay.
Lolly, you would remember from your past Arcana check that the pillars are actually reflectors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more that I need to get all four of these lit up at once. How do
So I'm going to
get
give you drawing
lit?
permissions again.
Full shot.
How do I get lit?
Shoot it.
I think if I make like an A shape or an F shape, I could get lit AF.
That's a turret, though, isn't it? That's not a light turret.
Oh,
like
is that
one.
not? Okay.
You can roll a new Arcana check.
Okay, yes. Arcana. Arcan. 18?
Yes, light would be very bad to put in this.
Oh,
However,
okay. Ooh,
force.
I do have others. Ah, like Eldritch Blast.
Aha.
or also radiant.
Ah, like Sacred Flame. I'm gonna go with what I know. I feel like I know this a lot more.
Garret,
Eldritch Blast.
Garret, that's a turret, and I have a feeling we're
Lolly,
supposed
roll
to-
attack.
Move out of the way.
It's too late now.
Alright, it's +6. 19 on the dice, so 25.
Oh yeah, no, you are highly successful. Blast hits the orb and then
Bam.
pings off into the first mirror, pings into the second mirror,
Bam!
pings into the third
Bam.
mirror, pings into the fourth mirror,
Bam!
and then hits the Terra apparatus from behind, instantaneously causing it to stop with the darkness because the force just pushes through. And then this whole line actually changes from that purple streak into a bright orange streak for a second, then goes full white as the turret cleanses itself.
Ooh.
The turret in here that Latham can see, and only Latham can actually see this, the turret in here
Too far away.
turns white and launches a beam straight across, even though I suck at drawing straight.
Straight-ish.
Straight-ish. And with that, at long last, the seal up in the north with the crescent moon begins to glow, and all of the little lights that had the crescent portals on them reignite with a little bit of crescent light instead of as a full light.
Cool beans.
Hey guys,
Hey, guys,
what's happening over here?
Latham,
Cool.
talk. Like we did it.
It's okay, Latham was standing in front of the, fail door that,
Oh, good. So if it opened, it would have zapped him in the face.
Yes!
I mean,
The first person to risk it was Lester, and I was like, okay, well, we'll see how this goes.
Jyotis was standing in front of it for a while, too.
Yeah, but...
I was
Here,
like,
hold
I'm
this
gonna
metal
shake the
rod.
line of fire.
Oh, man.
Thank goodness he has a cane that's made of mostly metal.
Oh, man, thank God
Fair
for
enough.
virtual tabletops while trying to explain puzzles, because, oh, man.
that's rough. Like I was trying to follow along, and after a bit, like lost the thread, but the rest of you guys got it. So it's all thinking, like just chill there on this cane, going once. Like, yep.
I know it wasn't my worst puzzle, because Tribby, completed the thing. So,
I
the
appreciate
seal up here is
Wait,
active.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
bueno.
Yay.
Do you see the lunar seal? Bueno!
All right, guys. We're going to the living quarters. Bixbit, you said there were no enemies, just some. Excuse me. Just some.
Incorrect. This one said there were no undead.
Right. Just some zombie doggos, or not zombie doggos.
Goblin dogs.
Goblin doggos.
That said, there are also more of the workers up there.
But if we leave them alone, they will not attack us, right?
Correct.
Okay. Just gotta worry about the dogs. Alright, guys. You ready?
Let's do this!
Right. Well, let's come to the next map. Ay, una segunda. Alright.
How long has it been? Do I still have my little cannon?
You know what? I would give it to you. You still have your cannon.
Okay.
So, let me put party on here. Everyone good with coming to the next area?
Uh huh.
Let's go.
Alright.
Maybe it won't be so slow.
It should be a little less bad because this is actually a smaller map.
Cool.
Yay.
But it is now midnight just about, so I feel like this is probably a good place to end. The starry void crashes through all of you as you become one with time and space for a second, and then teleport, finding yourselves standing in a rather luminescent room.
Wow. And there's a big spick interface.
Oh no, I put you in the wrong spot. Okay, 1 second.
Shortcut.
I had these marked. I had these marked for myself, and I put you in the wrong spot still. There you are.
Oh, no worries.
Y'all are there. Alright, so we
Brilliant.
will pick up here in 2 weeks. That will be
Wait.
November.
Isn't that the Halloween one?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, because we're with Danny on the 31st. So it will be November 7th.
Cool.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Will be our post-Halloween game.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. A week away.
Yeah.
Got it.
I already got you guys pretty good with shadows, spores, mind flayers. I feel like I did my pre-gaming pretty well for Halloween, so
No,
Yeah, the seventh.
I really wish I had captured or bottled some of those spores, because those against mind flayers would be delightful.
Oh yeah. That's
The
a great
worst.
idea. That's a great idea. There's
Yeah.
still a whole bunch of them spores around.
oh, there
And
are.
There's a whole garden of them.
That is actually one of the reasons that they were grown in this garden.
To ward off the mind flayers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so no, I came across, I don't know, girlfriend showed it to me, but like, someone had basically tried to get mind flayers to take a bunch of psychotropics. And fed the mind flayer mushrooms and got a high.
No, you feed the mind flayer a hippie, and then
All burnt out.
yeah, just tripping balls, hippie. You send the mind flayer to Burning Man, and then yeah,
Oh man. Burning.
Color Out of Space has no idea, man.
Anyways. so,
Anyways, guys, it was really fun to run this game.
Thank you much.
I heart
No.
you all. Thank you for the trust with, especially Mikey and Dan with